Welcome everyone to the Stumble On In. We are here. We're excited to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I am Nathan Andrzejczyk. We're looking at the couch. We're starting on the couch this week. Why? Because everything's topsy-turvy. It's April. We've got showers happening in other parts of the country.
It's all right.
It rained Thursday morning.
Okay, that counts.
Here it did.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly.
Here it did.
We'll go down. Well, let's go down the couch line. We're gonna start with the couch line.
Go with the couch line.
Then we got Lindsay. We've got Lauren.
Hey
We
guys.
got Nathan and Austin playing in. If you haven't been with us before, this is the Stumble On In. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons, streaming it to you. We've already gotten a follow from Dragon Ash 90, so thank you so much for that. That is amazing. Starting the stream off strong.
Tinkerbell would like to say hello.
Oh yes, we've also got Tinkerbell, who you might see joining us. And, you know, every now and then, I guess you need someone running the game. So, that person is there.
Hi friends. I'm also AV Tech Disaster Fixer during show. Also AV Tech Disaster Creator.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to get killed.
We were so close to starting off wonderfully, and we're actually starting way earlier than normal.
It's great.
With hopefully no tech problems. If anyone in chat does hear or see anything, please alert us sooner than later so you can hear our story, and you don't have to have the DM recap it. We go here.
We're recording this, right?
We're recording this one. We are live.
Yes.
We double checked our audio. Is this thing on?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
But,
could hear you.
Yeah.
The
Perfect.
bar is flashing green, so
So
that's
I
good.
think it's good.
Cool.
Yeah. So as we've introduced everyone here, we are the Stumble On In. We are a bunch of people playing D&D because we like to play D&D and we like telling stories. But we do have a lot more going on. This is season 1. We are hoping for season 2. Well, we're gonna do season 2 regardless, even if it's just
We're not
us.
gonna stop playing Dungeons and Dragons.
It's gonna just be FaceTimed. Everyone's gonna be up on their phones like
Yeah.
this. But we are in season 1. We are doing season 2 later this year. So that means what? It means we have potential Kickstarter stuff coming on in the future, so you'll see more information on that. It also means that we do have donations and merchandise and things below if you really like our craft. If you don't really like our craft, thanks for showing up.
There's a really sweet mug that I really like
Yeah.
on our merchandise, or it's one of those where when it gets hot, the image is revealed. And then I also really like that bomber jacket.
Dude, that bomber jacket is pretty
I gotta
bomb.
get one
It
of those.
is.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's merch if
Yes.
you really like it. More stuff will show up in the merch section if you want to support us and wear our swag. Nathan has been the artist behind a lot of the work there, so kudos to our resident artists on the team. Everyone here enjoys what they do, and I enjoy seeing art to my stuff. You probably saw TikTok and others pop up into our Instagram, so do follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube,
Twitter.
Yeah, we're
Twitch.
Twitch. If you're not following us on Twitch and you don't know what Twitch is, you're probably watching the recap
On Facebook.
on Facebook or YouTube,
Google
which
it.
comes out the week after our shows. So if you missed all of it or want to recap or see something silly, we'll be there a week later.
Yeah.
Best thing about our show right now, it's ad free.
Hey-o.
Sorry,
It's
I
ad-free.
watch a lot of stuff.
Hey, it's ad free because we don't have any sponsors to be like, sweet, look at this shirt. Other than that, players, do you have any announcements before I recap us into where we're at?
Gosh.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you.
I-
Welcome,
Nice
sir.
cue.
Welcome. All right, let's do this.
Wild Magic has already hit the set.
Yeah.
Wild
I
Magic
think
has hit the
Laura and
set.
I are about
Uh,
20 minutes behind on our beverages, so
I haven't even started. So.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, Valari's already struck. We do have some glowing drink on the side here.
It was her doing. Literally.
Literally. Right, so, to begin the evening,
That's my job.
we started off this campaign in Loudwater, where our 4 adventurers had met. They met a goblin early on named TikTok. They went under the city with TikTok, somewhat reluctantly. Gained a few items from him, and now they're traveling back under the city to find more. There's a lot going on beneath this city that is Loudwater, and it's hidden away. Now, last time you saw the adventurers, they went down without TikTok because TikTok was busy setting up shop. He was busy selling things, busy trying to make bank, I guess.
Which he did.
Which he did. He made a lot more than what he was expecting for
he did.
his items. And the players got some really cool items as well. DM's bumping lights, don't worry about it. It's not an earthquake. Yes, we're in LA. We're good, Mom. We're good. I'm safe. So they're back under the city, and as they were traveling through the dark catacombs of what once was there, out of the darkness, two sets of cat-like eyes had attacked two displacer beasts, apparently under the control of someone, because once we microwaved one displacer beast by heating metal at 50% for 4 minutes, and then 4 minutes longer, our druid did cook a perfectly powder-formed displacer beast. It didn't react well. They did end up killing the other displacer beast. The way they cooked this displacer beast was because there's a collar on one of them. And as the adventurers approached and saw the collar did have a little dragon symbol on it.
Dragon
as we were preparing, and players were looking over notes, dragon symbol equals dragon symbol. So
Basic math.
Basic math. But that's where we were left. They killed these displacer beasts, and there was a door at the end of the hall.
We were at a hall. Yeah.
Players, welcome. I believe we are starting off with everyone at full health except Rumim, who is down 5.
Yep.
Down 1.
I did
He healed a
a
bit.
bomb of the summer court,
Hey, yes you did.
so I am up to
You're at 23.
23.
Jordan. For all us Chicago fans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
23.
Yep.
Anyways.
And every player takes 1 psychic damage.
We got the joke.
Alright. You are now standing over a corpse and a powdered corpse of displacer beasts in this dark hall. There is a torch on the ground that was thrown. There's a couple collars, leather collars with a metal buckle and a little metal dragon pendant.
I pick up my torch. Well, is it still burning?
Still
I'm just
burning.
curious. Okay.
Still burning. You guys
That's
got through
impressive.
combat pretty quick, and as most torches go, you wrap it with a nice rag and you douse it, and you can throw it Indiana Jones style into a pit of snakes.
Yeah.
Or cats, as the
Or
case may be.
cats. Displacer cats.
Can I roll a history check on that dragon symbol? First dice roll is a nat 20. First dice roll is a nat 20. What? First dice roll is a nat 20, baby.
Our players cheat. All of them have gotten their at WeRoll20s.com.
This is not an ad, but it is an ad for Norse Foundry dice. These are my Norse Foundries that I got from the amazing Dragons and Things crew. They're metal, and they just rolled a nat 20 on the first roll of the game.
As a little shout out, Dragons and Things, Pathfinder group, they play on Friday nights. Tune in.
Great stream.
Great group. We've had Nathan as a guest star on there.
Yeah.
We're just a little baby form of them.
Oh no.
Yep.
Like Nathan in his last episode with them.
Aw.
Yeah.
As we get back,
Yes.
you get a nat 20, which is just a 20.
Plus 5, so it's a 25 history
Wow.
check.
Nice.
History check of 25.
Like the full volume of the history.
Full
Parts
volume.
1 and 2.
Books
To
appear
the
in front of our wizard.
Yeah.
As you look at the dragon symbol, it doesn't take much knowledge and history to know that this is the symbol. You could have rolled a 5 and probably got it.
You know what?
You wasted your nat 20 on the first roll.
I would also like to know the history of where this one has been.
Oh, this one. Okay, even better. You recognize that this symbol is of the Zentarum.
Boo.
But even more so, you recognize that this collar, the hide, is made of a exquisite cow leather from the southern Sword Coast. It looks like it was imported into the area. It was worked on by at least 3 different people, judging on the wear patterns. The pendant, especially, has a very fine craftsmanship about it. It's a very strong metal, and because you didn't look at metallurgy, you just looked at history here, you don't know what metal it is, but It is a pendant that's about 3 to 6 years old. It does have a few nicks on it, so it looks like these displacer beasts might have fought at one point and maybe knocked a tooth against it. The collars look like they have been worn fairly frequently, like they never leave the displacer beast.
Yeah.
And then finally, the one collar you looked at does have a little nick in it, and it looks like it might have been from someone trying to shave something off of it and just did a bad job.
Gotcha.
That's all the history that you need about these colors.
Perfect.
You rolled well. I figured we would let it
Yep.
ride.
Yep. Thank you for all the information. So I share that with the group. Yes, this is the symbol of the Zentarum. Of course, you. Oh, that's the wrong character voice. Ha! Hello, there he is.
You were wrong.
I'm an actor. I played too many characters.
He plays too many D&D characters to be specific.
That's true. We have too many of them.
Pathfinder and Star Wars Battle Galaxies,
whatever, all of them.
All of them.
Those are games.
You all probably knew this already. This is a Zentarum symbol. But did you know that this is a specific hide from the southern Salt Coast?
Ooh.
Yes.
Does that matter?
If only you knew. Might.
How dark is it in the hallway?
In the hall, this was, remember, about a 60-foot deep
Right.
room.
We had moved forward.
You'd move forward, you're about mid-room, so being a tiefling, you're able to see end to end. The torch is casting about a good midsection of the room, so anyone without dark vision does see that there is an end on either side. You see it's kind of dark, but there's something reflecting a little bit of light.
Okay, so I can see the end of the hall.
You see the
What
end,
can I see in the end? Like, what is there?
There is one door in the center. On either side of the door, there is a torch in a little outcropping,
But not lit.
but not lit.
Okay.
Let's light them up.
You don't know
See
this.
that? You don't have dark vision.
Sweet.
I thought you just said that we could see that.
I could.
To our
I have
tiefling,
dark
you can
vision.
see in the dark.
I will say, I just want to bring this up. I do think it's interesting that halflings who live underground don't have dark vision. Like, I just...
Do they actually live
Most don't
underground?
even have vision. They
Have you
just-
seen?
They
I mean, they live
Halflings are
follow their
hobbits.
tunnels.
They live in holes, but their hobbit holes have windows, and they don't exactly
but
delve.
but
they
there-
live
but
most
there's
of their
like,
life
but
on the
there's like that.
surface.
The
So kind of like a hobbit, right? I mean, if I'm
DM's
allowed
not,
to say that.
DM's not breaking any world rules here.
I know. I'm just
People
saying.
are
I've always
easy.
thought about that.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
We're just. This is like outside of game. Like, let's just talk about this for an hour.
Okay, we can talk about this for an hour after stream. Unless someone does want to chime in and...
This is like between season conversation.
Oh,
You
okay,
can
yeah,
go,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you can,
This is
you can do
between
a
season
stream.
conversation. We will stream a 6-hour session just on dark vision and its mechanics.
They probably
For
will.
hobbits.
For hobbits specifically.
I take one of the kitty collars and put it in my bag.
Alright? Please make note of that on your sheet so you know you have it.
There's a door at the
best
end of this
TikTok
hall
can sell
with some torches.
Oh, torches! Let's light them up. Got there eventually.
There it is. There
Sorry,
it is.
you know what? That came out of Garth's mouth before he knew what he was saying because he is a wizard of divination.
Ooh, he read the future.
Accidentally.
Accidentally. And the
So
time that
there
he
are
did-
torches there?
There are torches.
There are.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a torch on each side of the door.
Okay.
Shall
You
we?
use
I-
produce flame and just light them.
Well, she has a torch. We can just.
he wants to do it.
I just wanted to do it.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Be like,
right?
boom. Yeah, it's a cantrip, so boom.
Both torches light up. This door lights up as well. It is a
Oh.
very heavy wooden door, and it looks like it has stood the tests of time. But it does show that there's a pattern of dust being pushed as it's been opened not too long ago.
So it pushes, doesn't pull?
Pulls into the room.
Oh,
Okay. That's.
But
I just don't
we're-
wanna make a
we're
fool of
not,
myself.
We're not going to spend 20 minutes of all of you pushing on it. It's blocked. It's locked.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Well, it happens.
Shall we continue onward, friends? It would appear that the Zentarum may be right behind this door.
Do it.
Alright, well, I will let you go first.
Yep.
You are the
I
least
walk forward.
squishy.
Taking a step back
The
so
least
she can go
squishy?
through the door
Yes,
first.
I open
Armor
the door.
class. Well, that's not a bad armor
I'll be
class.
behind you.
So we're all basically standing behind you.
Yep.
Great. So you're going.
I put a hand on the door and pull.
Door opens with a little bit of
I'm strong.
give, but you're good. You open the door, and this is a very long hallway that, as you see, it kind of curves just around to the left, which Valari seeing that would know that that's north. The hall curves to the north.
Great.
And most of you, if you're good with maps, that curves to the north.
Can I have a side timeout too? Because I don't remember on the map where we're at,
Time out.
and I
You-
would like to know that.
Alright.
I know that the
We have a player map. One of our players was gifted with a map based on her background. You entered, if you're looking at the map, you'll see the river.
Great river.
There's the bridge, and then off to your left, which is the west, there were the abandoned homes and the shop where you met TikTok.
Yes.
You entered on the westmost side, and you went down into a room. That room did carry on north a little bit. You took an eastward turn into the right door as you entered. That was about 60 feet over, so you're just behind TikTok shop if you care roughly where you're at. And then this hall now goes north. It does look like it goes upward just a little bit, as earlier you had encountered your fun water plume that took you up and back to the
But
ridge.
this is a different
This
door
is a
than
different
we
door.
had
Yep.
went
Yep.
So if we're looking at it here, you guys in the
Yeah,
first session went up.
Yep.
Now you went off to
Over,
the side,
and
and,
then-
now it's gonna go up over
Yep.
the side.
Great.
yeah.
Great.
Let's do it.
I continue down the hallway, curving to the left.
Turn to the left.
Is your torch
With my great axe in my hand.
And she has a torch.
Your mad mage's great axe.
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean she doesn't have her torch though?
She has a torch. If she wants to
If I want
use
to
her
fight,
great axe
yeah.
for fighting, it's a two-hand. So she'll have to drop her torch. In order
Oh,
to
like
But
she
I
did
won't
in the
throw
hallway.
it.
Right.
Remember, that means you have 2 less armor class.
Yes.
Because you're not holding
Yes.
your shield.
Correct.
But it does have magic missile on it.
Right.
And-
Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying don't carry around this
how much
great
light?
axe.
How much light does the torch produce?
About 30 foot, and then it tapers off after that.
Okay.
And it's still dark in the hall, I assume.
Still dark in the
High
hall.
flame is only 10.
Yeah.
Right, so you carry on upwards, and as you reach a little bit of the crest of the upward motion, the hall continues on what seems like forever. It's only
geez.
about 6 feet wide,
Oh, geez.
Okay.
so it's a narrow little passage, really.
Okay.
Walls
Um,
going all the way up.
Walls going up about 10 feet, and then curving.
And
as
then
an
arching.
archway. Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as I can see, there's no doors or
No left,
paths
right.
To... Okay.
There's no little enclosures, nothing. It's a very, very sturdy hall.
Onward is the only option. You good to go?
I was saying forward is the only option,
One
so I
moment.
was going.
I'm gonna produce flame, and I'm gonna throw it so we can light up the path as we go.
Do we
'cause
want to
this-
see how far you can throw it?
Yeah, sure.
Give me.
What do
Why
you
is
want?
it taking away our
Strength?
Athletics?
Wait, has a 30-foot range spell attack. You just want to go 30
Let's go
feet.
30 feet.
Okay.
And then because it is a small flame, it does what, 15 or 30 feet?
10.
10.
It's only 10.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
that'll light
Light
up
up.
to the sides.
So you throw it about 30 feet out in
Mhm.
front, and it drops, hits the floor, and you see a little bit further down
Mm-hmm.
that it appears that the hall widens, but that's all you see. Like it
Okay.
you barely
You
see
just
it
start to see
widening.
it go out. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna take off down the hall and at least catch up with her before they throw any more light in there and like give away us or our element of surprise or anything.
Okay.
So I
You're-
down
you're
there
up
and
in
I
the
wanted
front?
to see if I can see because I have such.
So you can see a bit further. You see that it opens up, and outside of the edge of your vision, you
What's
see
your
that the
vision range?
room widens.
Okay, I think that's.
But because you're in a narrow hallway, you can't see much how far it widens, and you can't see anything really in the room. It seems like you can see a handful of feet into it, but that's about it.
Okay.
Let's creep up to the opening and see before.
Okay. That sounds good.
Do you want to creep ahead? Do you want to see what's going on?
But they don't know that there's a room there. It's just a
They don't know. They
We
see,
know that it widens.
We know that
They
it
see that it
widens.
widens ever so slightly, but you see that there's a lot of room just into that.
Okay,
So you see about 20 feet further than they do.
Okay, so I guess I'll turn around and say to them that it seems that this is gonna be another room. So
Alright, everyone, prepare yourselves. We don't know what lies ahead. Can I roll... I'm gonna roll investigation actually really quick on the ground to see if there's a lot of, like, I don't know, to look for foot traffic or...
Oh.
anything
No,
else.
that's a good idea. Can I roll survival on that?
Sure.
Well, it's not as good as a nat 20.
4?
It is a total of 13.
I got 14.
14. Both of you look down at the ground, and what you see is there has been some treads in the dust. Not a lot, and they seem to be spread out over time. You can tell that in the last year there has been probably 6 or 7 different sets of tracks, and then you see throughout time there's a few other tracks, but they're a bit more filled in dust.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Alright, well, I'm fine with continuing on.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
Alright. Who's in the lead? What's our marching order?
I'm up in the front
You're up in the front?
because
Okay.
I had ran past them.
Right, so as you walk forward, Valari does see that the room widens up into a big 40 by 40 circle. And in the center of it is a small plinth where it looked like a statue could have been set.
Definition of a plinth?
Plinth is
Place for a statue.
generally a sturdy placement where you set a statue on top. By the arms. You grab it by the arms and you go, stay.
So it's like
Stay.
a pedestal?
It's kind of like a pedestal. If you were to see an old stone statue, it's that base. It's usually circular.
60 feet.
That like any artist could place their statue in the
Great.
middle.
Building my SAT vocab. Thank you.
Perfect. Building your SAT vocab if the SATs were about medieval timesy things.
SAT is an aptitude test, not a knowledge test. FYI. Anyways.
You take 2 points of goody two shoes.
I'm just saying.
I'm just gonna
If you're
damage
gonna
you all
prepare for a test, you should
snarky
prepare for
remarks,
it the
but I
correct
can't.
way. There is vocab that is helpful.
I do have a battle later in the session for you guys. Do you want me to add more to it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, you never say yes to that.
I like to
So
fight.
I'm gonna walk up to the whatever you guys were called. Plinth. Right. Okay.
I will follow her because with
Yeah, as
I, will,
am I.
'cause
None of them
I would
can
also
take
see it
hits.
actually.
And I'm trying
Do all
to
of you
decide.
To the plinth?
To the
I am walking to
in the
that
center of a room.
Can
Well,
I do?
Can you, I don't know if you see it.
Looking around.
I don't know if I want to do an investigation or an arcana.
There's fire.
So as
I
you
guess
walk
I'll
up
do.
to,
Well,
as
she's
you walk
got
up to the plant,
She has it.
I'll explain a bit more as you walk in.
Yeah.
Sure.
As you walk up to the plinth, all of you enter the room.
Yep.
In the middle of the platform is a hole about 8 to 10 inches in diameter. As you peek into it, it seems to go down about a foot. But as you step up to the plinth, as my players are laughing, plinth, plinth. Wait,
So you're saying prince with a
Yeah,
list.
hey, just because I have a
I wanna marry a
Then
plinth.
my plinth will come. Carry on.
and then I can put my statue on it.
I feel like you're really putting me up on a pedestal.
Oh. Bum, bum, bum. As you all approach the plinth, one of the stones next to it shifts under Valari's foot.
Well, there we go.
Door comes down behind you from the pathway that you entered. As the door hits,
Well, that
it
checks out.
stirs the dust, and the room is covered in dust. The torches flicker but don't go out, and it settles down to the point where you cannot see any footprints of anyone who has come here, any handprints or anything else within the room. All you are left with is your plinth and your torches.
Well played.
Well played, my friend.
Are there any other doors?
There's a door on the other side of the room that you can see an outline on, but it has a metal gate in front of it.
Can I do like an investigation check on this like plinth and hole
Yeah.
in the plinth?
So, what type of investigation would you like to do today?
Well, I just.
You can do straight investigation, you can do Arcana to see if there's magic, you can do history if you've seen something like this before, religion if it's
No,
part
I
of a
think just
religious
a
symbol.
general like investigation.
Investigation check, go for it.
We'll do this guy tonight.
Send Aubrey down the hole.
Oh.
Obvious the mouse, if you don't see it on the table,
I just got a 9.
you got a 9.
Yeah.
With the addition?
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm lifting everything right here. With the addition.
No.
Okay, so you got a 9. As you investigate, you do see that the hole has a bottom, and on that bottom there appears to be like a handle or a lever about a foot down. But you know nothing else about it. It does seem like it was made to be in the stone. It doesn't look like it was a fresh hole or something added on after the fact.
Can I reach in and like grab the handle? Is it my arms long enough? I mean, my arms would be about the same length as this, so.
Alright? You climb up and you reach in and you grab the handle. Do you pull, do you push, do you twist?
I would pull
Bob.
first.
As you pull, it budges just a little bit, and a metal circlet comes out from the middle of the hole and comes right up against your arm. Oh no. At the same time, too, the door that you had walked through bursts into flames next to it, and as you hold, the flames start creeping around the edge of the room.
Okay, so I'm letting go of this.
When you let go, the flames disappear, and the metal circlet around your arm, holding it in place, releases.
What did you do?
I pulled the lever. There was a handle in the hole, so I pulled it. But then it like locked my arm in there.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Maybe, hold up, just maybe like 2 seconds here.
Valari, how do you feel about that?
That's a very good question.
It was a handle. I pulled it. It's not my fault.
How upset are you?
Well, Valari,
I mean, I was a little freaked out when it grabbed my arm and started to burn the room.
please roll. Valari is a wild
It's
magic.
about to get wild in here.
Oh,
She's rolling on her wild magic table. And we'll see what happens out of her fear and
Induced.
It's a 21.
Ooh, she
21.
gets drunk, y'all.
Yeah.
You luck out. You luck out. You
Wait, does she
roll-
still have butterflies?
No, those
the
are
day
gone
before,
when
but
we
guess
got up.
what? Those do come back. Yeah! You get illusory butterflies fluttering around your head.
Did
Just the butterflies, right?
Just
No,
butterflies.
the
No,
hair
hair's a
was a
different
different thing.
Oh.
So she has butterflies fluttering around her head, and some rose petals just fall around and they disappear. Things are happy.
I feel like
Valari,
Rubio is
even
very
though
attracted to the
That was
butterflies.
close.
There was
like
illusory. You notice
nature.
you notice that while they look like real butterflies, they have this etherealness about them that they're not real butterflies.
Can
Like
I
you would
just
still
clarify
find it
that the
intriguing.
butterflies and the rose petals like irritate the crap out of Valari because she's not like a
To the point of anger.
No, no.
Oh, wait!
Minor inconvenience.
But it's like annoying because
So we do have an angry tiefling standing there, brooding just a little bit with butterflies floating around her head and some little rose petals fluttering around and dropping and dissipating.
And Rubio is very
I
amused.
don't like the feel of this.
I would like to look at the ceiling. Do I see anything that looks like something that's about to dump a bunch of stuff on us, or
As you look
like
up to the
a trap?
ceiling,
I would like to look for a trap.
as you
Clearly,
look up
there's
to the
a trap.
ceiling, it is a dome in the room that you're in. So the walls rise up about 10 feet and then they start arching to the center. The dome is perfectly built. It is very symmetrically round. There is nothing in the ceiling that you can tell. None of the stones look like they're scorched. None of the stones look like they've been pushed out, pulled in, worn down over time, dropping anything. It's the most ornate ceiling you've seen.
guys, I pulled the handle before, but what if I twisted it?
That's an option. What if we also just
Take a minute.
take a minute, man? This is a moment where I could have chosen a level 2 spell called Knock. That would have literally just unlocked the door.
But you did.
Who wears the
But I
fun in
didn't.
that?
But the problem is you can unlock the door, but you can't lift the gate.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's
Oh,
a gate.
that's true.
Yeah, we
that's
wanna
true.
go
There's a gate.
forward.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna check out the statue.
The plinth where I was
The
at.
plant?
Yeah. Well, you said there was a statue there.
There-
No,
Where-
it,
oh,
where
it's just
it
there
was,
would be one.
there's a
Put a
whole.
statue.
Oh, gotcha. I
There
understand.
does on the other side as you go to look. It
So
does
I have
appear that
climbed-
there was a statue that was toppled and broken and then
Oh.
moved. There's a crack in the floor and then a few pieces of rubble.
I'm gonna check that out and see if I can figure out like what the statue was of before.
Right? History check.
Okay.
We've got creepy music playing.
While
now.
he's doing that, can I just say, like, I've climbed off the plinth by now. I don't know if that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
clear,
that's
like, that I've done that.
You
Not
said
just
history?
sitting there.
History check, sir.
3.
3. You go investigate the plant.
Yeah, that's a plinth.
Yeah, something just fell off of this at some point. You do notice that there was some cracking off of the backside.
Okay.
As it had looked like it had been pushed off, but
Pushed
you know
that way.
nothing as to when, how, who.
Sure. Can I tell what the statue used to be?
With a 3, you can tell there was a statue.
There was a statue. Okay,
There was
copy
a
that.
statue
Copy
there.
that.
And it does appear that it was shoved off based on the scratch.
Just based on how it's-
cracks.
yeah.
I would like to use perception to just see what I see on the walls, if there's anything.
Your natural perception, you roll.
I would like to roll.
Roll away.
I haven't rolled yet today. That is a 18.
What? Try that again.
Oh wait, no, it's plus 3.
Plus 3.
16.
16.
16. Okay.
Math.
Still not bad.
Do you want to go around the room? Do you want
Yeah.
to just look from where you're
I
standing?
wanna go to the walls and walk around.
You walk up to the walls, and as you look at the walls, there seems to be a little bit of a scorch at the bottom of the walls, all the way around the entire room, up to the gate and around the gate. You see that the doorway that you'd entered is the most scorched as the flame burst up there, but it's not like big black marks. It looks like it had hit and kind of just lightly hit the wall enough to give it some burn over time. The burn marks do appear to fade off a little bit as they get around towards the main door. So
The gate?
it just kind of tapers off to the gate.
And it stays on the wall.
It
Nothing
stays
is
on the wall.
the
Nothing,
ground.
nothing seems to be in the room, but there's a lot of dust.
Yeah.
You do see a little scorching based on the floor where the flames seem to have come up.
Sure.
But you don't see anything on the floor because there's all the dust.
I would
there's a-
like to use prestidigitation to clean the floor.
Clean the floor. Well, how big is the space you can clean with prestidigitation? Prestidigitation? Prestidigitation.
It's
I
range.
press the digitation.
Prestidigitation.
Its range is 10 feet, but it doesn't say how big.
Prestidigitation.
So, like, if you walk around, do it.
You're just gonna vacuum this place?
Figured I'd look at the floor. He said there's a lot of dust.
You can clean instantaneously or soil instantaneously an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. I will allow you to clean a 1x1 space anywhere that you like.
I would like to. Gosh, okay. I'd like to clean a 1x1 space right in front of the door we need to go out.
Okay, that's what I was gonna go to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You clean the space out right in the center of the gate,
Mm-hmm.
right before it, and as you notice, there seems to be a very, very shiny marble floor underneath you that was a little beat up. You cleaned it so well, you polished that one section. And you have seen over time that the rest of the floor just seems to have been worn through as people had moved in and out. Creatures perhaps, who knows. And the rest of the dust around seems to be a good 1/4 inch thick. There's a lot of dust in this
Wow.
room as it kind of puffed up the sides and came back down. Looking around, you do notice that it does taper off towards the center because of natural gravity.
Hmm. So
You notice no marks, you notice nothing crazy about the floor.
there's a lot of dust in this room, folks. Hope you don't have any allergies.
At that moment, you hear a little tiny mouse sneeze out of Valari's pack.
Oh no.
Poor Audrey.
I'd like to continue my perception on the gate, looking for locks, how it opens. 19.
19. As you walk up and look at the gate, you do notice the bars of this gate are staggered. There's 6 in the front that go top to bottom. They seem to sink into the floor and ceiling, and they sink deep on both ends. And then there's 8 left to right, and they sink deep into the walls.
Oh dang.
This is not a simple gate to get through.
No lock or any...
On the gate, no, it appears to be just bars only that are sunk deep into the walls.
Okay.
I would like to investigate, because what I've noticed, the whole like shifting stone that she stepped on.
That I stepped on
Would
when
you
I came in.
notice?
That
You might not have, because it did cause a big reaction in
Yeah.
the room that you don't know really
Okay.
where that happened. But if you want to continue investigating the room, you might.
Yeah. Then I'll investigate around the plinth as well,
Alright.
and the stonework around there. That's a nat 20. I got a nat 20.
We do have a new dice jail this week. DM is requesting.
What?
Nah.
But you said that nobody else can put your dice in
Hey,
there.
nobody else can but the DM. Oh.
25.
Dad said.
Oh man.
Dad, why'd you put my dice in jail? You run your hands along the edge of this circular plinth, and there's some carvings in the side, very ornate, but nothing of any words or symbols that would mean anything to you. It's just a very beautiful base for a statue. As you're walking around and you're really taking in everything, you do step on the same stone that Valari did,
Mhm.
and it gave just a little under your foot, but it feels like it's locked in a down position.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave so little that it didn't like push through. It just kind of felt like it shifted.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hobbit, wait.
Hobbit, wait. You gotta eat a few more donuts.
Interesting plinth we have here. Very well decorated. I noticed that this stone shifted. Has anyone else noticed that?
No.
Valari, did you notice the stone shift? You probably did.
I probably did under my foot, right?
Yeah.
But do I see the writing on the plinth? Since I'm like standing right
There's
there.
no writing. It's a bunch of ornate carving
Just like
in it.
carving.
Just
Oh.
it looks very, very beautiful, as if it were a room that they were honoring somebody in the past.
Okay.
And then apparently
Is-
decided they didn't like.
Is there any writing
No.
anywhere?
No
on the
writing
walls?
anywhere in the room. The walls are very, very clean and smooth up to the ceiling.
We have to touch the thing in the middle. We gotta pull it or something, because that door's
I
not opening and we're locked in here.
Pulled it before.
Okay, maybe don't pull it again. Do you have... Not in character. Do you have mage hand? Bummer.
No.
No one has mage hand.
I've already thought that to myself. How?
Oh, it takes 11 pounds of force to pull the. You cast mage hand and you hear.
I'm trying my best.
Sorry, master.
Cool.
You said that there was marble in front of the door that he cleaned. I'm assuming that's not the same texture that we see in the room.
The room is worn and beat up and scuffed. It is roughly the same texture if you were to brush the dust away, spit
Gotcha.
on it, and rub your hand in it, and wipe off the mud and all of the
Gotcha.
nastiness.
All bad stuff.
All
Okay,
that.
I gotcha.
All that nasty stuff.
All right, folks. I think I felt this stone shift, and Valar, I believe you said you felt it too. And what if we try just activating it again? Worst case scenario, the fire gets all the way around to the other side. We're just in a very warm room, and then we let go again. Perhaps even we could combine it
stone
with
is-
stepping on the stone again.
The stone is the one that closed the door.
Yeah.
The fire came when I pulled the handle.
Yes, but what if we step on the stone again while you are pulling the handle?
Go for it.
Well, I can't do both at the same time.
It's about a
I
My arm's
put-
long enough.
He's short.
I put
Oh,
my
I forgot.
great axe away,
Alright.
and I grab my shield,
Okay.
and I walk up to the hole.
Okay.
Somebody heavier than Garth is gonna need to press on the stone.
I'll step on it.
All right. On the count of 3, I'm going to try. There's a handle. Does it look? Is there a hinge? What can I see specifically on this at the bottom of this?
At the bottom, it looks like a stone handle that you can grab onto,
Mhm.
much like if you thought of a snow shovel.
Sure.
Because, hey, guess what? We're all from Midwest-ish areas.
We have all seen
We've
snow.
all seen snow.
Are there
A snow
hinges?
shovel, and it comes up. You can grab onto it. There's no hinges. It seems to sink into the floor or into
Okay.
the base of this a little bit. So
Okay.
that's about it.
Twist it.
I am
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
twist it
stand on the
To the
stone.
right. To the
on the
right.
count of 3. Yes, that's how my hand was
Twisting
positioned.
it to the right.
I play D&D like I play Mario Kart. I have to move or yeah.
Motion controlled dice. How the players get their 20s.
Ready?
Standing.
1, 2, 3. Twist.
You twist to the right, and it kind of budges just a little bit and only goes a couple degrees. It doesn't move in any direction. Nothing else happens.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Then go to the
Should we
left.
try to the left? Yeah. Everything you own and
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
All right. I twist left.
It moves a couple inches.
Well, I guess that would just
in
put it
degrees
back where
back
I put it.
Past where you put it.
Okay.
So you've got a small range of motion. It doesn't seem to go very far.
Still nothing.
What if
Still
you
nothing.
pull it while
Could
he's
just be a
standing on the?
I'm gonna push it.
You push it, and it doesn't go any deeper.
You hear an
It does-
explosion
it
off
does-
somewhere in the city.
and you hear the Wilhelm scream very lightly.
Who has rope? I have rope.
I think I have some.
You have rope.
I have rope. I tied a rope around the handle and step back.
Yep.
Let's maybe get off of the
Plinth.
plinth.
Well, you probably have to be standing on it, right,
Well, I don't know.
to get the right.
Let's just try
angle.
this. And I
Worth a shot.
pull.
You pull. Give me a strength check.
Oh, I'm good at that.
You're good at that.
Watch me. Famous last words.
Yeah, right?
19.
19.
He's like,
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, strong.
You give it a pull, and you can feel the handle come up just a little bit. A couple inches maybe. Fire bursts up from the door you had entered that had closed behind you.
Yeah,
And
we've
you
seen
hear
this.
swing, and then a snap, and the rope comes loose, and you fall backwards,
I lost a foot.
and
the thing cut it.
the flame disappears.
That was worth a try.
That's all that happened.
All that happened.
It was it. Let go.
It didn't cut your hand off.
Cause I let go.
Yes. But now we learned.
But Valari had held it for about a second and then dropped it.
And how long was the rope on there?
It was instantaneous. Instantaneous. Flame burst up, and you heard ching, and then it stopped.
Maybe it knows.
Maybe it knows. It was a good try, though. I do like the effort.
Use what you got.
I'm gonna check out the scorch marks. How far around the room do they go?
Give me an investigation, please, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Hoping I could get perception on that.
Oh,
Does magic
you want to
missile
use
work?
perception?
Can I use
on it?
perception on that?
Yeah.
Just like I'm not investigating now. I'm just looking to see how far they go. 12.
You perceive that there are scorch marks on the wall, and they go somewhat mostly around the room.
To make it to the other door.
Yes, scorch marks are all the way around the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
they're all
do
around.
see.
Gotcha.
You do see that they're strongest at the door you had entered.
Okay.
Ooh. Where are the flames coming up? Under the gate that we need to go out? Or under the door that we came through?
They came up like right in front of the wall that closed behind you as you
Okay,
walked
yeah.
into the room.
Okay.
And they started there, and they rose up about 6 feet from what everyone else could see, and probably you as you looked behind you, hearing that.
I'm gonna go up and with my left hand, because Garth is right-handed, Would I be able to reach it?
I can hold him by his
How
feet.
long are your arms?
How tall are you?
How tall are you?
That's a good question. And it's written down. 3 feet exactly.
3 feet
Well,
exactly.
that'd be about a
you
foot and a
you
half.
would get almost all the way up your arm as you reach in and
Yeah.
can pull it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
you
then
can?
you'll have to give me a strength check.
Yeah.
All right. Garth is the
I
kind
could
who would
lose a
try.
hand if we need it.
I mean, Garth is going to try. He
Yeah.
wants to try.
Yeah.
So he reaches. Oh, that looks like 15.
I call that 15.
Yeah.
Plus minus 1.
Alright.
14.
You climb up on the plinth and you reach down in and you can't feel anything, so you lay down on it, you pull, and it's kind of tough for you,
Mm-hmm.
but you manage to pull it up a few inches and the metal comes out around your arm,
Mm-hmm.
tight enough to the skin that it puts a little pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sharp against your skin, so you feel like you don't want to do anything but slow movement.
Mm-hmm.
The flames burst up from the door, and there's where you're sitting. What
Okay.
would you like to do?
How far have the flames are just at the door?
Flames are at the door as they burst up. You're holding the handle
I'm
up
going-
a couple inches.
I want to just. I will try turning it. Can I? You said it's like a circular thing.
It's
Yeah.
a bunch of metal that is like circular.
Right, and
motion
it
to it.
usually rotates.
It would rotate and come in on you. Yeah.
Which way did it rotate? Would I have noticed this, or is there any way that the metal
do
is
see,
set?
You do see that it has like a clockwise rotation on it. So it
Clockwise.
comes out, and it turns.
So it turns to the
clockwise.
right.
Yes, it turns clockwise around your arm.
So
I want
right.
to twist the opposite way.
to the
Nothing
left.
happens when you twist. Everything stays the same.
Okay.
And the flames are slowly trickling
Spreading.
out, ever so slowly.
I will. I'll try twisting to the right. Nothing happens in it that way.
Nothing happens there. The
It-
flames still kind of stay just a little bit wider than
Then
the
I
side.
will slowly pull up.
As you slowly pull up, you pull 1 inch, 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the blades kind of slide down your arm a little bit, and you see that it's shaved some of the hair off your arm,
Mm.
but it's doing everything but not cutting you, and it gets up to about your elbow.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you feel a click. And in that moment, the flames slowly start going around the room and rising up to the ceiling and touching about halfway up in the ceiling above you. The room is getting very warm, and the flames are about a quarter of the way through, and they keep moving forward. They keep moving forward. The room is getting scorchingly warm.
Mm-hmm.
As they get about halfway, the piece tightens a little bit on your arm.
Mm.
It doesn't draw blood yet, but it is very tight. And you feel the pressure.
I try and
Flames keep
turn
moving.
now.
Nothing happens as you turn, either direction, as you frantically are twisting
Mhm,
back and
mhm,
forth.
mhm, mhm.
The room is now lit up, full, ablaze. How are the rest of you handling this as our little
I'm trying to
guys
figure something
down
out.
there?
Have you tried stepping on the stone yet?
We're just about past halfway.
I'll run over to the stone.
So he's stepping on
Rudel
Yeah.
stomping the stone.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It gives just a little bit. It feels to Rumil as it's locked in its bottom position. It won't go anywhere. The flames continue around the room. You're about 2/3 of the way around the room, and it's getting scorchingly warm.
Let go
The rest
before
of
you
you-
lose an arm.
The rest
man.
of you, what are you doing? We're stopping the flames at about 2/3 around, so I can hear some.
Mm-hmm.
My
We're about-
weapons are no good. I'm just
He's held it for
staring.
about 7 or 8 seconds now.
I've got nothing at the moment.
Let go.
Valare,
I've got nothing.
you got nothing?
But
Are
what if
you
it's the
freaking
only
out?
way
Are
out?
you excited?
Does
Are you
chainmail cover my arms?
fearful?
Not the way I drew it.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, I don't remember. Maybe it does.
Does your chainmail have what?
Does it cover my arms?
I don't remember.
Chainmail usually does.
It depends on the chainmail. I
That's
mean, it can
true.
stop at the
Cut
sleeves.
off
It can go to the
That's
arms.
true.
If you're a video game warrior,
Most
maybe
females-
it barely goes below your breast, and
Yeah,
then you have
yeah.
a little tiny piece just around your waist.
I'm not that kind of fighter.
Okay, so then it could be head to toe, and you barely see your eyes, and you hear as you talk, clang, 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 clang. Wah, wah, wah,
Also
wah,
not
wah.
that kind of fighter.
So you're somewhere in between, so it probably goes about to your elbows.
Okay.
Usually, if you're just wearing a chain.
Dang.
I think it's a test. Only the bravest will make it through. I've got it. I can do it.
We're at about 10 seconds in.
Bring him some water.
Where'd you get the
The
water
flames
from?
Water skins.
She has a water
Water
skin.
skin.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I was like,
flames
what?
are arching up to the top of the room. All of you are in a sweat right now.
I also drink some water.
You also drink some water, and they're about
Wait,
I was
it's
gonna say,
like-
75% around.
can I look?
I'm resistant to fire damage though, so I'm not in bad a shape
It
as
might
them.
be-
No,
Just for
you're
clarification.
You're not sweating. No problem.
I take my great shield and I start fanning myself with it.
Can I roll, like, do, I don't know if it'd be perception or investigation on the floor to see if, like, looking out over the other stones to see if there's some other, like, trigger?
The room is so bright, you can look around and see everything pretty clearly. And the only thing you notice different about the room is the one stone that you've stepped on.
Oh,
And it's
that's
a pretty
it.
large stone. Around the plinth, these stones are about 3 feet wide,
okay.
and they arc just a little bit. What you do notice is that all of the stones are in circular patterns around this plinth. This room was made in such an intricate fashion, and it's got a nice, like, twisted, offset turn to it. So the room looks like it's kind of a bunch of stair steppers rotating around out to the walls. As we get about 75% around the room, the flame stops.
Huh.
The metal is still tight against Garth's arm. Everyone is sweating aside from our tiefling, who is resistant to fire damage. So she's feeling okay at the moment, a little warm, not bad. You hear a couple little squeaks in your pack. Your little guy's getting a little toasty in there, or girl. Whatever gender obvi is.
How do you know the gender of a mouse? You don't.
I mean,
Look at it.
no.
Yep.
Chat, whoever's here, please explain. Wikipedia.
Send us
Well,
direct
I
links.
I don't know if it's like a baby chick. Like, have you ever seen that where they have to like flip them over and squeeze
Basic-
them, and then they have
you
to like.
flip them over and you can see a little pattern underneath, but you know. We'll talk about mouse genitalia another time. That's a mid-season discussion. We will have a discussion on mouse genitalia and
Darkfish and
Halfling.
halflings.
Yep.
it will be one episode coming some Saturday. We're not streaming this game.
So flame stop 75%. The
Flame
one
stop
stone
75%.
is
Locked down.
locked
Yeah.
down.
And he still is trapped.
You said that the stones almost like do a stair step around the outside.
All flat.
They're all
It's
flat.
just the
They're
pattern
like
you
those
see is like
arc.
a stair stepper almost.
Oh, it's like
Where
the Yellow Brick Road, where it
it's
just
a
kind of
really
continues
intricate,
out.
beautiful pattern that rotates around the room.
Fibonacci.
Yeah, Fibonacci.
Wait.
Yeah.
The stone that we stepped on to activate the door, is that the beginning of this stone steps?
It is amongst the others. There's about 5 around this plinth here, and they all rotate out. And you notice that your stones go off counterclockwise.
Find the final stone.
I start hopping around on the stones. Sorry, Tink.
I'll follow the stones.
Follow
A different.
the stones.
I'm assuming there's a different way. Yeah.
No, there's only one way.
Oh, really?
Just go to the
They
end.
all rotate, but there's about 4 or 5 different paths around it.
Okay, so I guess I'll take one too.
As you all are stomping the stones, you get closer and closer to the walls as you get to the outer edges, and they are very hot. This is real fire. You are feeling.
Can't keep going. I thought we were stomping in towards the
I'm
center.
fine. I'm fine.
I take a break.
All right.
I run to the gate.
You run to the gate. The gate is still solidly in place.
So the
Okay.
stones did nothing.
Stones do nothing. The stones aren't budging.
Are you still holding the handle too?
I've seen no reason to stop. We're not dying.
Okay, so it's
Everyone's
around his
sweating.
arm.
I'm sweating.
What's around not his arm? Like, could I stick my hand in?
No, there's
No.
It's,
You can stick it down about
it was only.
fingertip depth.
It was only.
So
like,
it
The metal
closes
comes out.
in
The
completely.
metal,
It's
yeah,
not
the
like.
metal comes out a bunch of pieces woven together that they lock around his arm.
Okay.
And it was only
In such a
8
way
inches
that
wide
imagine like
anyways.
if you've ever seen a camera shutter,
Oh, we're
it rotates and closes completely tight and then it opens up.
Yes.
and then
Okay.
rotates back
I'm
closed.
picturing that now. So it closes in as small as whatever is in there, so it doesn't seem to. Okay. If it cut the rope and stops at his arm, could you catch Shillelagh on my rope?
I can.
Why?
So it's super strong and doesn't get cut.
But his arm's already in it.
I know. I was
Yeah,
thinking of
that's
having him
the
let go.
Um.
Or asking.
We have
for
now
food.
been holding
Oh.
the handle for about 30 seconds
Mhm.
and stopped at 75% of the way. I need all of you to take 1 point
Fire
of
damage.
fire damage.
Except.
Our tiefling doesn't because she has resistance and halved means that she takes 0.5. We round down in D&D for your benefit and the DM's benefit.
Nah.
Meh. So you all take 1 point of damage.
Need a pencil? I have
Pencil.
one.
Thanks.
Okay,
I don't know where I put it.
Is it in your ear?
Pencil?
What?
It's not behind your ear.
Pencil?
No, I have one. It's a red one.
I have a
just can't-
pencil if anyone needs
I
a
just
pencil.
I good.
You can borrow mine too.
We good.
Right. The DM's forehead's a little shiny in this camera. Oh well.
It's the fire.
It's the fire. I'm
He's
getting-
stressed.
Whew. Whew.
Well, there's nothing else to do.
I'll say
Why if you just
I
let go
will
and we
get
try it again?
like run over to the stone that we've already been like stepping on. I'll cast Shillelagh on my staff and I will strike it
On the stone.
on the
Yeah.
stone. I'm just trying to do something at this point.
Alright. Roll to hit.
Do I get to roll at advantage because it's not moving anywhere?
Roll to hit.
Did he say
It
that?
has an armor class.
What would that be? Hold on, give me a second.
You get to use your spell attack.
Yeah. Well, I use my
But wait, you said the flames
So
stopped.
that would be.
They stopped about 75% away from you.
Oh, they stopped. Like that's where they're burning, but they're still
11.
They're all burning.
burning. Okay.
He hit for 11.
Yeah.
11. That doesn't hit.
Okay.
I mean, you probably make contact, but you just.
Do you think smashing this does any
slam-
good?
You slam your
I have
staff
no
down
idea.
onto it,
How,
and you hear a thud. But nothing more than if you were to smack it against a floor anywhere else.
Right.
A stone floor, that is.
what if you just let go?
I mean, if I let go, sure. It's probably just going to. All the fire's going to go away, and then what do we do?
We do it again.
But I'm already doing it! Why stop and start over?
Because maybe something.
Run over to the
happens.
door and check see if there's any locking mechanism.
The door behind the
There-
gate or the door that closed behind you?
The door behind the gate.
The door behind the gate
Just-
appears to open into the room,
So it can't.
but the
open.
gate is blocking it. There's no lock on the door. Just a very beautiful.
I would like
Wait,
to.
is there a way for me to know that if? Well, I guess if the fire's burning and it's not doing anything to the gate, then it's not going to damage the gate, right?
No.
I could try to hand axe hit the stone. You think it does any good?
No, I don't
just
think.
gonna break this.
I think we have to give up on the stone. I don't think the stone's going to do.
I'm going to just like. I know I heard a click.
Yep. Do you want to pull further?
Do it.
I do. Just, but like
Give me-
slowly.
Give me a strength check.
Mhm. Shoot, I should have used a portent on that.
You still can.
Can I? I don't know if. Does portent. I don't think you can. I think it's before
I think it's before.
you roll.
Okay. I thought it was
So that's a
after
7.
the roll.
A
Before.
7. You pull and you feel that there's a little more give in there, but you're not strong enough to pull it any further.
I think it can go further, but I don't think I can do it.
What if
I'll
I-
do it.
Well, wait. His hand's already in there and he doesn't want to go. What if we just pull on him
Those are.
Here's the thing.
I think the
Here's the thing.
logistics of this.
Logistics is he would still have to roll a strength check to verify that he can
19.
keep his hand on
Yeah.
Also, if I say, it's cutting my arm off, how quickly will you let me go, whereas I could just let go?
it. And you don't have
Can
a
you
moment
try
where your
again?
wizard is cut straight to the bone but no further.
Yeah.
One great turn.
Would you like to try again?
Why don't you try one more time, and if you can't get it, then
Well, why are we having
I'll
the
do it.
smallest, weakest one here?
because he's the one who put his hand in
Yeah,
and
but
didn't
he
let go.
clearly can't finish
Fine,
the job.
I let go.
You let go, the metal recedes, flames all drop, the room is back to cool.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to?
I'll do it. I have better strength.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait,
Ouch.
That's the only thing I'm good at, guys.
wait,
What?
don't roll.
All right.
You don't need to roll
She gets a
strength.
15.
She gets a 15.
Yes, I'm using one of my portent numbers
But-
to make sure
but-
she's strong enough.
She has to
I
start
do
over
get
from the
plus
beginning,
4.
though.
She gets a 15 plus 4 then. Because 15 would be
She's
her
a
roll.
19.
Oh.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes, 15
Right.
is the roll.
Okay.
Plus,
4.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
yes.
Cool.
I just
Thanks.
don't
Right.
want you to roll a 1.
Well, just
I reach in, I grab, I pull.
As you pull, you start moving it up.
I know. Metal comes,
around
flames
your arm.
around my
Flames
arm.
shoot up from the door behind you, and they start working their way into the
Deja
room.
vu!
You do get to a click, and it like settles, and the flames quickly move up to that 3/4 point. This is about 10 seconds in as you're watching it happen.
I use
10
my
seconds.
19.
Her pull was slow.
Use your 19.
And I
You pull further. You do continue the pull, and the flames continue towards the gate,
Ah, Rory!
and they burst up right in front of the gate for about 4 seconds.
Hold it! Hold it!
Sweat
5
pouring
seconds.
dramatically down my brow.
6 seconds,
Uh-huh.
and then the metal releases, the flames drop,
This is what I'm saying. Why didn't I
Told
just hit it with a freaking fireball or something?
and the gate bars recede into the walls.
It was a test of bravery. I said it all along!
You were right.
Now, wait.
Strength.
Wait.
Strength.
So you're
Test
still
of
holding on to it.
I am. You
Just
guys should
hold
go
it.
through before I let go.
She's holding on to it. Alright, so we go through the door
Yep.
Yeah.
and do
Who's
have
we?
to run.
Who's we?
I mean, I go through the
I'm
door.
going through. Sorry, girl.
You're good.
I'll go halfway to the door.
Halfway
Halfway
to
to the door. These two are through.
Mhm.
So we have Rumel in the middle of the room, Ari holding the lever, Valari and Garth through the door. As you two enter the door, you do see a door straight ahead, stone with a lever to the left side of the stone door. The stone door is closed.
All right.
Okay.
You don't see it yet.
I know.
I'm just gonna pull the lever.
Can I come? Okay. I don't know what they're doing. As soon as I see they're through the door, I let go and I bolt for the gate.
As you let go, the handle drops from your hand straight to the floor, and you are able to continue running. The gate stays open.
Okay.
Are you pulling it as she's...
No, like I'm
No,
still reaching
I'm-
for it, but
Once
when you see
she
me-
once she releases and I see her coming towards me,
Right.
I'm gonna also move.
Valari
That was,
is
like, my
reaching for
cue.
the handle as you're moving through the door.
I mean I haven't pulled it, but I'm like in process. You know.
I'm like, I'm
What
like,
is this?
hey, what are you doing?
There's a lever.
What?
You usually pull
Can
it.
I get an acrobatics from you, please?
Can I do athletics?
I think it's
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
Valari, I need an acrobatics from you as well.
Ah.
Yes.
4.
Alright, Valari.
Move your dice.
11.
It was
13.
16 and then it bounced.
13.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's
Did
fine.
one up.
Fortunately for you, Valari reaches up and grabs the handle. You're about 6 feet out, and Valari kind of fumbles on the handle just a little bit, and you already come sliding in the door. And just as Valari gets her hand pulling down on the handle, the wooden door behind you slams shut and actually pushes you further into the room. and you hear ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and then and what you probably hear that as is the door shuts, the metal bars come past,
Really?
and
The room is filled with
Really?
flames. The stone
Last
door
time
in
I put my hand on the line for you. You made it!
the stone door in front of you opens up.
I was taking the chance that it was gonna keep the gate open.
I would chance that on my running before any demon witchcraft of this room. Ramil made it, yes? He was
You
ahead of
made
me.
it.
He was ahead of you.
You got slammed in by the wooden door that just pushed you in. As you look into the room ahead of
Sneeze
you,
breeze, dude.
Yeah, sneeze breeze is funny. Stone impaling metal rods.
you could have
Just stay
impaled
calm.
your friend
Mm-hmm.
Just stay
with metal
calm.
rods if you didn't roll that low. As you look into the next room, you do see a big
Impulse control.
table.
I'll work on that.
On either sides of the table, you see two large hooded stone statues with their hands reaching out in front of
They're
the
not
table.
angels, are they?
They're not angels. They're
Okay.
large hooded.
They're reaching out, so they're not covering.
They're
the-
reaching out
Okay.
just above the table. At the table ahead, you do see a very short cloaked figure moving around with things on the table.
I grab my great axe
I
off my
cast
back.
grease underneath his feet.
We are going to pause at this moment and go on break. At this moment, we are going on break. It should be about a 10 to 15 minute break. Thank you for tuning into our stream. If you haven't, you're missing out. We nearly had players killing players, and they're all on the same team. We're not one of those streams where the players are fighting one another.
Yet.
But season 2 might just be an all-out brawl. It's a PvP war. With that, we're gonna go on break. We're going to be back in about 10-ish
Welcome
minutes.
to playing with the chaotic.
We'll see what happens with our players that have finally made it through the room of courage. And
Aha! I told you!
into a new room with two hooded figures, hands reaching to the table. These are statues. And one hooded figure, very short, at the table, messing with things.
Very evil.
Come on back, 10 minutes.
Oh.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Stumble on back.
Hi, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Alright, welcome back. We just had a very tense first half. Very, very tense first half.
Was it in your...
Right now, our players are working to massage their social networks to come join us. So I will fill you in if you missed it. Bless you. Bless you.
Bless
The
you.
wild magic runs wild.
It's allergy season now.
Our players encountered a room as they continued deeper into the catacombs of this old city that tested their patience just a little bit. Pulling a lever within a plinth. As the lever was pulled, the arm of the puller was clasped tight with metal. And flames burst up around the room, and as a few of our players tried, they did end up succeeding by holding fast. Taking a little bit of damage, they ended up watching the flames reach the far edge of the room, and the door opening wide, and then nearly killing one another in a pulling of a secondary lever. The whole crew finally makes it through, and is now faced looking into a new room, Players, we are coming back to the main scene.
2 statues, hands on table.
2 statues and then the one walking around.
And the
There is a large room with a table. The table being made of stone, about 20 feet into the room, with a small figure, hooded, quickly messing with things, stands up straight just a little bit, hearing the door open behind him. On either side of the table, there are hooded statues with their hands reaching out towards the table. As the players are now standing, looking into the room, the hooded figure turns around and pulls his hood back just a little bit, and you do notice this is the halfling you encountered the other day who stole the snake armband. Right in front of your faces.
Is he wearing it?
He is not wearing it. Good question. I'm getting our music back here. He is not wearing the armband. He is wearing a large cloak. Turns around. And he stands only about 2¼ feet tall. Very, very short. Shorter than our little wizard. Not a little bit.
I look down on him.
Ah, I see you've come back to fight me.
You had an action, did you?
I did. I did.
There had been 2 actions stated.
2 actions
before,
stated.
Like,
You
Let's.
want to roll?
Yeah,
Start.
before we knew who it was.
Okay. So you don't see.
well, we knew.
What are
who
your
they
actions?
were. I just said that I'd take my great axe.
Your great axe's out. You're holding it.
Great.
And my action was that I cast grease underneath his feet.
Alright, you cast grease underneath his feet.
Get it.
Grease gives you a.
It is a 10-foot square of difficult terrain. All entering or in the area at casting or at the end of the turn make a dexterity save or fall prone.
Dexterity save. DM gets to roll a die tonight.
Bum, 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 bum. Did he roll a nat 20 on his first roll?
Not rolling at 20, but let me pull up his stat card briefly. And he rolls a 17.
Okay, you know what? He just barely saved.
Barely saved.
Okay. But it is difficult terrain.
It is difficult terrain for him, alright. And he must roll every time he moves or during his turn.
At the end of his turn.
At the end of his turn. Alright? So difficult terrain does half his distance during his movement in the difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So if he
So
has a
anyways-
movement of 30, he gets 15 within that, and then we'll calculate all the remainder after. Alright.
He removed his hood and
He removes his hood and turns around and goes,
Ha! I see you've come to fight me.
in his little halfling voice. And most of you try not to snicker as he is sounding quite menacing, but it's like a little puppy growling at you in such a way.
I've stolen the snake armband and now I'm going to win you all.
Do I notice if he's wearing any metal?
You don't notice any metal on him.
Okay.
His cloaks are very tight around him.
Okay, and the clasps are, I'm assuming clasps are made of metal, or is he using
Buttons.
wooden and, okay.
It's
He's using
wooden
wooden.
buttons.
Gotcha.
Neyvar, what is your dastardly plan with this room?
I see you know me already. That just ruins the fun of introducing myself.
But-
Yeah.
You gave us the note.
Oh, I did.
You introduced yourself through a piece of paper.
I did.
My deductive
All
reasoning
right, all
led me
right,
to...
all right, all right. Pretend you never got that paper. I'm
Okay.
Neyvar the Swift, and you must come through me before.
Before what?
Getting through these statues.
At this moment, you see that he clearly has no idea what to do in this room ahead. And you see there's a door up ahead that is made of stone, locked shut. And he seems to have trapped himself in here and have been trying to get out.
Neyvar, give yourself up now, and we will give you mercy.
Give yourself up now, and I won't have to throw this at you.
And at that moment, he pulls a dagger from his belt. And I need everyone to roll
Initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, he pulled it.
19.
19 total.
Oh no.
Plus 1, you're at 20.
20.
Oh.
I'm at 17.
17. So Valera, you rolled 15?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm at an 11, I believe.
So you rolled 8. Okay.
9.
You rolled a 5? You want to dice jail that?
No, it's the first roll with these dice, so they're still warming up.
They're still warming up.
Breaking
They're
on
still
it.
trying to understand.
That's the thing. They're still,
This
still
is
figuring it out.
We have a dice jail. It's an
Yeah,
airtight
those are pretty nice.
area.
Airtight area where you can lock it and throw it.
Okay, so we're using that one now.
You begin battle.
Me?
Alright, this
yeah.
first.
What? I'm so surprised.
Oh no.
Please say that's in game.
Yes.
I'll allow it. She does have the ability to speak.
I'm not getting in that difficult territory, so man, is it a good thing I have this great axe with magic missile in my hand.
Magic
Is
missile.
that a bad idea?
But we don't want to,
No,
like,
do it.
destroy him, do we? Alright, whatever.
He started a fight with you.
Okay.
He drew a dagger.
He drew a dagger.
And this is a
he's
fighter.
He's got it in a throwing position.
Yeah.
And at that moment, which the
I will
rolls, the
aim
rolls
my
show.
missile as much as I can towards the dagger.
Aim them at the ceiling. Are you targeting the dagger
Well,
or
Matt,
the
how's it-
person?
The person.
I'm saying magic missile's an auto hit, so
Magic missile is an auto hit. So
you just tell it where to go when it goes.
Yeah.
because you cast magic missile at level 1, have you looked up your spell? What magic missile does?
4 plus 1 each.
It does 3d4 plus 20.
3d4 plus 1.
Oh my goodness!
Holy shnikes.
Is this a...
That's a 4,
That's
plus
an
1
eight.
is 5. 4 plus 1 is another 5, so that's
9.
10.
Oh.
11, 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll accept 9 if you want to lock in. 12.
12.
You hold
We're
your
gonna confirm
your great
that.
axe forward, and you kind of look down at it and you squeeze it tighter, and it doesn't do anything at first, and you're just come on, and a little bit of a purple spark shoots up it, glows across the blade of the axe, and then shoots out of the broken end. 3 bolts go twisting towards our little assassin here. And they hit him square in the chest for 12 points of damage.
How far away is he?
He stumbles back. He's about 25 feet from you guys.
Copy.
25 feet, somewhere in there.
So he
As
just,
you've kind of entered the room.
Do you give up now?
so he just stumbled backwards.
You yell out. He stumbles backwards against the table.
Okay.
It is
he's
now
between us and
Valari's turn.
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go with the crossbow at this point.
Did you have it ready?
Well, I don't know.
Well, we're gonna have to say if you want to use your crossbow, it is one action
Okay.
to pull from your belt or your back, wherever it's at, and ready it up. Potentially pulling back the bolt if it's not already locked in, which generally you would want
So
to
I
carry
can
your
just-
crossbow locked in. So that would be your turn if you want to use your crossbow. Do you have any magic you can throw at it?
Well, I guess I could just do.
You do have fireball.
Dude, let me.
Yes, ma'am. Ray of sickness.
DM stands for dude, man.
Dude, man.
He's the dude man.
The dude.
The dude
Yeah,
abides.
we got some time, yeah. You go after me.
Nathan may have a better answer.
Yeah,
it
wasn't a great roll.
I know what Jared would choose, but.
Well, we need a diamond.
Don't you need
We need a diamond for that.
For which? Ooh.
No, I
From that
don't.
orb.
Oh.
It was like 500 gold, I want to say.
Mm.
Or is it 50?
50.
Is it 500? Did I nail that?
It's 50. Mine says 50.
Oh, yes,
Okay, so
it is
50.
worth 50. Yes.
Okay, 50, not 500.
Yes.
Wait, I didn't know I had to do that.
You can also use an arcane focus if you have
Fire.
something.
Well,
that's
since
an
it's-
arcane
As a
focus.
sorcerer.
Right,
she's
but since
probably
it's
got more.
since it's labeled,
But mine doesn't say I
I
have
think
to
it
use
consumed
anything.
though?
It
For
says
current-
when
invocation.
they're
It's
price
not consumed.
listed?
You have to shoot through it essentially.
when there's a price
Oh.
listed, you have to have that. As far as I know,
Oh,
It's
well.
if it's
far as I know,
consumed or if there's a
yes.
price.
I don't think
arcane focuses
Or everything else.
are for everything else basically.
So I can't do it.
You have a diamond in your possession? No.
No?
So no chromatic orb. It is a
Why?
very
Use your
amazing.
ring.
Firebolt him.
Yeah,
I've
firebolt's
been
pretty.
very.
That's pretty
I'm a little
sick.
bit annoyed
It
right
is a good one. What is it?
now. Alright.
It's D10.
Yeah, D10.
No, it's a. Yeah.
If you want to. Yeah.
I'm very confused. Okay, 1d10.
Get it.
1d10 worth of damage. You do have to roll for hit, so roll a d20.
Okay, that's what I was like reading my
Yeah.
notes and I was getting confused.
It's alright. We do accept the fact that we have some.
Does that count or no?
I mean,
What
Yeah.
are the rules?
It was 11.
Well,
It was on
wait,
the table.
Does it?
I think charisma is your.
Well, but is that
Oh,
the
that's an
attack
attack
modifier?
bonus.
yep.
Okay, so it would be a 17.
17.
Yeah, there you go.
You do hit. Holy cow.
So then
She's
I rolled a
super
10.
That's
Roll
right,
1d10 for your
amazing.
damage.
Forgot she
Um,
rolled so well.
That doesn't count because it's off the table.
And it's under the couch. Alright.
Right.
Pick
It's
it
in
up.
temporary dice jail.
I can't even find it.
Okay.
Leave it.
Well, I
Just
guess
leave
just wait. It hit my foot, but I'll roll this one. It's okay.
D10?
It hit my foot.
Find
No,
it.
it's fine. I felt it.
We'll find it.
That's a
Ooh.
9.
That's a
Get
9.
it!
So you hit it.
Nah.
Do you have any pluses to it?
It's a cantrip, so it's
no,
just
it's just the.
Nice.
That's a cantrip.
We
It's
don't
a
want to kill
cantrip.
him.
Woo!
That's
It's a
solid.
cantrip. You
Yeah.
just did 9 damage. A firebolt comes raging out of your outstretched arm, and it almost like encompasses your hand as it shoots out, and then blasts square into the chest of the little assassin leaning up against the table already. And his chest is now smoking just a little bit, and he lets out a "Ugh!" as you hit him. And he starts to stand up straight just a little bit, and Garth.
Garth is going to say, we need to keep him alive. We need to know what they're doing here.
That's what I said literally 30 seconds ago.
That's just not how a fighter thinks.
Not how a fighter thinks.
Right, but did you say in
But you
character?
guys all said that he pulled a dagger on him.
I
He pulled
offered
the dagger.
him.
I mean, we need to fight him. That
He
doesn't
pulled
mean
the
we need to
dagger.
kill him.
He hasn't done much to respond because you did, as he turned around and pulled the dagger out, launch a few magic missiles into his chest, and he leaned
Yeah.
back, and then there was a firebolt in his chest, so he hasn't had time to react or respond. When it's his turn, he will. But it is Garth's turn right now.
Alrighty then. I am going. You said he's about 25 feet away from us?
Yeah, roughly.
Really not far.
As he, it's not too far into the room.
I'm going to say, let's just try to get him surrounded. Because he's got the table behind him.
Mhm.
He's got grease underneath his feet.
Mhm.
So I'm going to move up to get on his left side without getting into the greasy area.
I thought the table was between us and him.
No, he was working at the table and turned around and looked at you.
And then I'm going to. Jeez. Because I don't necessarily want to kill him. I want to figure out what he's doing.
Try to intimidate him.
I am going to. What are those other things you can do? Help, dodge. Can I disarm?
You can
Let's see.
You can try and like grapple.
Grease, though.
I don't want to grapple.
But that's the thing, you can't disarm him without getting.
Then what I'll
Do
do
an
is
attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready a weapon, search.
Dip,
Or
dodge,
use an
dodge,
object.
dodge.
Yes, there are wrenches in this game. You just don't know what they are. Some mechanical thing. Ari might have a little bit of an understanding of them.
Then I will ready a firebolt so that I'm like looking at him like, don't do anything.
Right? Do you say anything with that? Do you want? How do you want to use your?
I want to say, look, see that one with the shield? She'll kill ya! You might want to drop your dagger and put your hands up.
And you've moved off to the left side, or
Yeah, I went to his left, so I want to be like on
Okay,
the
so you moved
table.
off to the right side from you guys, but his left.
Yeah.
You moved to stage left.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, stage left.
Stage left.
If we are the audience.
We are the audience.
Yeah.
No,
So
they are.
because I'm trying to.
This
Welcome,
is
audience.
so
Thank you
meta.
for joining us. No one's here. In our tech work this week.
So we'll flank up. We'll flank up as much as we can.
Okay, so you flanked right.
Mm-hmm.
You flank your right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're readying a fireball and you yell out.
I'm telling him to give up.
It is Neyvar the Swift's turn.
You rolled what, a 9?
He sees that you have moved off to the side and have been coming at him just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a wee bit. So he flings his dagger at you.
At me?
At you, because you've readied a fireball at him and have called out.
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. That is a hit, but I am going to cast
A
Shield
reaction.
as a reaction.
As a reaction.
Will that
Okay.
cancel your fireball?
Does
Probably.
shield have
It gives me an extra +5 to my AC.
spells? It is a reaction. It will not cancel it because it is not a focused. I'll allow it. I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not something that requires concentration.
Sure.
And I'm assuming concentration on one hand to keep it readied,
Mm-hmm.
and then second hand you cast out shield.
Yeah.
You get +5 bonus to your AC, so
Which takes me up to 20
takes you up to 20.
until the next round. I think.
And you take no damage from magic missile. That's a nice little one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, shield has no damage from magic missile?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That's legit.
That's legit. Shield is amazing.
Start of my next
All of my
turn.
enemies will have magic missile now.
Yeah.
Alright. He throws a dagger, and as it's whirring towards you, you reach out a hand. Fireball sitting next to you. Shield comes up just enough, and just right in that area where the dagger would have come and hit you, the dagger bounces off your shield, goes up into the air, and he goes, "Ha!" And the dagger disappears from the air and reappears into his hand.
Ooh.
It's like the Shadow Blade.
It's like the Shadow Blade. Neyvar's turn is over. Rumiel, it is your turn, sir.
You still have a fireball. Do you want to cast that?
He used a reaction.
I
Yeah, I
don't
just
know
read
if you
it.
can.
Okay. Okay.
So he will not be able to cast it this round.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Then I will move to stage right.
Stage right.
So
So you're
our
off to the left side.
Correct.
So
we are now
have,
around
We now have
him.
Garth to the right side, stage left, and Rumiel to the left side, stage right.
Nerds.
Nerds, actors. Gee Wilker.
As a bonus action, I will cast Shillelagh on my staff.
No, you just lift your staff and it goes.
Yes,
Just a
little
little pop.
couple of bubbles come out. And then I
I
will
love destroying the players mentally.
cast Ice Knife.
That is a good one.
Isn't
I
that?
don't
Nice
have
knife
it
it is,
prepared,
but
I
it's a
need-
good one.
Your pencil for a
I
moment.
need your pencil for a moment.
Because
Do you have-
mine is still
Do you
missing.
have a drop of water?
Actually, I need my pencil for a
Do you have a
moment.
drop of water, sir? Do you have a water skin?
You for sure have a water skin.
I was just sweating in the previous room.
Perfect. It's still on your brow. As you had gotten yourself through the room, you had run, you had sweat. There's drops of water everywhere. You can,
Yes.
you can rub it off of the cheek of one of your companions if you really
I'm running past, like. Okay. Which is a ranged attack.
A ranged attack. Correct.
We're gonna go with you. Seriously?
Dice jail.
Woo!
I think that's an 11. It is.
If you get back to us in the comments within the next 20 seconds as to what that is, I will find you a $7 set of dice on Amazon and send it to you.
It's a great bet there, DM.
How many seconds did you give them?
20 seconds. So they have 30 seconds roughly because we're about 10 seconds behind.
Right. Well, darn. I'm gonna tell my brother I texted him we were streaming. He could have gotten more dice.
See, I went with the classic dice.
Alright, we have 0 followers right now. It's alright because guess what?
We
I
aired
didn't want to spend $7 on y'all. Come on.
But there's more to that
I
spell.
was like sitting here like, are you positive?
Hey, I took the bet. I was living on the edge. No one joined in.
It's
Well, could
There
you
is
see
more
how
to
many
that
viewers
spell.
we had?
For
No.
those of you who are watching
But-
after the fact, and this is streaming live, it's only a recap. Sorry that you probably threw in the answer and you were so excited for a $7 set of dice. You didn't watch us live at 4 p.m.
on
Pacific.
But we're glad
On
you
the
know
first
you're
and
doing
third
this.
Saturdays of the month. You're probably watching on a Friday evening if you really care to do that with your Friday evening, and we compete with Dat Dragon Show and others that you could be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you, Austin.
Yes. So even if I miss, 5-foot radius on target, all creatures have to do a save, or they take damage.
I snapped on
You just fling it at him.
Yeah.
What was your roll?
11 total.
11. You miss, but it hits the table right next to him,
Yeah.
and he takes dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Let me get his stat. 13.
Tie goes to the.
Damage. in this case.
Okay.
Tie goes to the player.
Then he will take it. He will take damage,
He takes damage.
2d6.
and he will take. Yeah, I believe it's 2d6.
2d6,
Yes.
correct, yes.
Um,
Just as a heads up
Up on the
for
big tower.
viewers and players, we like to explain some of the rules here because we have newbies in our midst and newbies watching. Ties can go to anybody. Ties can go to the highest dexterity. Ties
Just
can
over
go to
record.
the highest intelligence, depending on the tie. My tie usually goes to the player.
My
only.
time usually
tie.
goes in my stomach.
We both heard it. We're like, my guy's where?
My tie goes only about halfway down, and I have to put a vest on because I can't tie very well. But my ties will go to the players because, in and of itself, Dungeons and Dragons is all about having fun, telling a story together. And if I'm screwing my players out of something that was a tie, I feel like a bad DM. I secretly want to kill them all.
We will pretend we did.
My passive perception.
He takes how much?
7.
7 damage.
And he's chilly.
The dagger explodes on the table next to him. A few ice shards hit him across his side.
Mm-hmm.
He takes 7 points of damage. Squeaks just a little bit, being the little tiny halfling he is. It is now back to the top of the turn order with Ari.
Do you yield?
As he's standing
Do you
there,
wanna prep
holding
anything
the
with him?
knife in his hand, he squints just a little bit and grinds his teeth and stares at you. That's all he does.
Cool.
Cool.
If I let go with one hand, grab and throw.
you roll for dexterity.
You keep looking at me. He's staring at me. So
I know, but
everything
there
you
were
need to
times
know.
where I meant to ask and it was taken as the action, so I
Again,
just don't want
we
to.
have players who haven't played D&D very often, so they'll ask the more experienced players. And the DM, you may ask the DM on rulings,
Yeah, so
and
he's
the
gonna-
players on the couch may help you.
What he's gonna do
Don't
is-
hesitate. The DM isn't here to murder all of you at
You
this moment.
just.
At
Oh,
this
okay, at this moment.
Season 2 might start off with that.
I don't
comeback
wanna
from
use my
cliffhanger,
third
rocks fall,
mage.
everyone dies, and hey, we
New
end the episode-
characters.
We end the episode in 30 minutes, or we all roll goblins.
Yes.
TikTok has friends now. Oh yes.
The wizard said not to kill him,
That's what I said. Yeah.
so I'll try another way.
Ari said, or Valari said it, and then the wizard said it. So now Ari's now thinking it through. You're trying another way. What is your way?
I'm gonna take my dexterity. I don't like this magic dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let go with one hand, grab the hand axe from my back,
Just letting the axe fall.
and throw it at him, aiming for the hand with the dagger.
Disadvantage if you don't drop your great
Oh,
axe
okay.
completely. Drop it
Okay.
completely and you roll normal.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Okay, so you drop your great axe and you reach back for what now?
My hand axe
Your
that I
hand
can
axe.
throw.
Your tomahawk.
So you're not,
Yeah.
just to clarify, you're not trying to kill him, but you're gonna throw an axe at him.
I want to either
She's
wound
alright.
his hand. I'm aiming for his dagger hand.
Alright,
Sorry.
so you're aiming for his dagger hand.
Oh, I didn't
You miss too terribly and it goes right for his forehead
Oops.
or elsewhere. Give it a go.
What an unhappy mistake.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 on the
Uh-oh.
dice.
Plus-
6.
Plus 6.
You,
24.
you
Man.
reach behind you and grab your hand axe and you fling it. And it hits the couple fingers right where right where he's holding the dagger. And you actually knock off his pinky finger and his ring finger, and the dagger drops, and he goes to clasp his hand, forgetting about the dagger, and his eyes go really wide because you had a really quick axe throw. It is now Valari's turn. Both of you are still standing back. The other two guys have
Okay,
flanked.
yeah.
I'm still gonna stick with what I was thinking I wanted to do.
Unless Ari, you wanted to move before I ended your turn.
Nope.
I'm gonna. Okay, so I want to clarify like
Yeah,
the
put grease
grease
down.
that he's standing in.
Standing on
It's
grease.
about 10 feet long.
It's about 10 by 10. And he's standing in the center of it.
Center, so about 5 feet.
There's about 5 feet on every edge of him, and then it hits the table and kind of goes up the edge.
Wait, he ended his turn in the grease.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, he has to roll.
21.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
He saved.
So he's standing in the middle, so he's about 5 feet, and
Thank you.
No
I
problem.
do enjoy my players catching me because I need to make sure I catch
You have a
every
lot on
little
your
thing.
you have a lot on your plate.
I have nothing on my plate. I sit back here and I just tell lies.
You
how long
sit
does
on a
that
throne
grease
of
last
I
for?
sit on a throne of lies and
Just there
improv.
to smell me.
the
So we
grease
spin off into
lasts.
random things.
I can tell you how much the grease lasts for.
If it's over a minute.
It is 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute, so 10 full rounds.
Yeah.
No, it's been
This
3.
is our second.
What's your second?
But since
Generally-
he cast a grease, though, he cast a grease when we came in the room.
Yes.
Yeah. So it probably had a couple seconds take off of it. 9 full rounds of combat is what I'd give it.
Yeah.
If you don't end up killing yourselves, or him killing you, or you killing him in some
Something
manner,
happening in 9
10
rounds.
rounds, the viewers will be bored. I don't care about the rest of
Now,
it.
if it's a dragon, okay.
Yeah, if it's a dragon or the big bad evil guy, also known as the BBEG.
So
The dark
theoretically, if I were to like go forward and like pick him up,
You would have to move through difficult terrain. What is your move speed? It should be
30 feet.
And you would have to
30
roll.
feet, 20 feet encumbered.
Don't worry about the encumbered. You have 30 feet. You could barely get to him because you'd have to move 5 feet in. Yep, you can get to him, but you'd have to roll for entering into the grease to make sure you don't fall on your face.
What would I roll for?
Dex.
Dexterity.
You get plus
And it would be a saving throw.
Yep.
So if you have dex up there, it's even more.
Do you have proficiency?
So I would get 2 plus something else. Oh, just the 2 there?
You would just get your under your skills panel. Just whatever's listed.
Yeah, so you would get a +2. You get to roll and go +2.
Well, now I'm probably gonna just end up looking stupid now.
Follow your heart.
Do it. Do
Alright,
it.
fine. I'll do it, but if
The
I'm
dice
not
make a
blaming
fun
you.
story.
The
Yeah,
dice
It's
make
okay,
it
we'll
fun.
call it.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm
Best-
going
The best
forward.
stories are made out of fails.
Mm-hmm.
Deep.
I'm
Yeah, like that one
I'm
time that
moving-
Elliot Ness failed to get Capone the first time, and then it made for a great movie.
Okay,
So you like
I'm
the shot?
moving forward to
No.
Right.
You.
pick him up.
Dexterity saving as you
Because
enter
that's
the
what's
grease.
happening.
Dexterity saving as she enters the grease.
It's a 16.
Oh yeah, and you just have to beat a 13, so you did it.
Perfect.
Okay.
You
That was
run
rolling
up
around.
and you slide on your feet just a little bit right up to him, and you scoop him up and pick him up just over the table as you stop and bump your hip up into the table. And you're holding him up above. Do you want to say anything you can say about a sentence?
No.
So you're holding this guy, and he's bleeding, holding his hands, and you've got him by the cloak, and he's held up. This 2-foot little dude, and his little feet are dangling. So you're just holding him there. Garth, it is your turn.
Remember when I said that the one with the shield would kill you? Yeah. The one with the shield is the nice female.
He's not wrong though.
And I would like to use my turn to cast Prestidigitation to make it look like he wets himself. So that they all think I'm like
He
really
said-
intimidated.
You can really
soil.
you can soil something.
I can soil.
Instantaneously, 1 by 1
But
foot cube.
would it
It's his
look
pants.
or would it just make
All
it
right,
that much more
all right.
scared of me?
You cast Prestidigitation. I need you to roll.
What do I need to roll?
I need you to roll a full percentage, so your 10 percentage die.
Okay. Oh my gosh. That's a 14. Yeah.
You cast Prestidigitation, and it looks like Neyvar wets himself, and a little bit comes running out the bottom of both pant legs. If you would have cast higher, he would have looked like his bladder exploded. So you did good there.
Let's keep it classy.
A little bit comes running out the bottom of his pant legs, and he gets a little confused and looks down like, what happened? He's holding his hand, and so startled. It's Neyvar's turn. He's bleeding and apparently looks like he wet himself. He's being held up and going, I didn't do that, I can't. And he's trying to put his hands up and a little blood comes out and he's holding his 2 severed fingers. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Just put me down, please put me down, please put me down. That ends his turn.
Tie him up.
Ramil,
Well, there's still.
you hear him screaming and flailing, and his entire combat turn is him trying to not
Right.
die.
Trying to convince us he didn't wet
So okay, I see his fingers bleeding.
Mhm.
My goal is to stop the blood.
Alright?
I
You're
have
off
a
to the
few
side.
different ways of doing that
Mhm.
as kind of a healing based druid. Would you allow and this is where it gets a little bit kind of your call.
You have Healing Wound.
I have Balm of the Summer Court, which will heal.
Is that cast on self though?
And
no,
is it summer?
that's on a play that's on
Is
a
it
target.
Summer.
Okay.
I have 3.
Boom.
So I have Balm of the Summer Court, I have
Yeah.
Cure Wounds, and I have Healing Spirit. I just want to stop the bleeding, but not necessarily get entrapped by the grease. So, would you allow Balm of the Summer Court to stop the bleeding? It is a D6 of healing power.
A D6 of healing power. And that's not touch, correct?
No.
Alright, we will take this as a very tiny check.
Oh, and that's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Alright. I have a number that will stop it. So you may use action and/or bonus action to
Okay.
attempt to heal him and stop the bleeding.
Okay.
We have a dachshund
I mean,
hiding
we didn't say we
behind
wanted to heal
Ari
him.
here.
We just wanted
I
to
just
see
wanna
Just
stop
wanna
the
stop the
bleeding.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you want to cauterize the wound, essentially.
Correct.
And he got his hand
Don't
off.
over-heal him.
Well, I can only do a D6 of damage. Or a D6 of healing. We've hit him for a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So, what if I'm rolling
The
for?
fingers,
You're rolling
Yeah,
for
my
healing.
fingers
I have the
back.
amount of healing in mind.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D6 or a D20.
Why would you roll a d20?
Okay, because you have a I'm assuming like a spell save.
So you need to heal him enough in order to
Okay,
stop.
I got you. Okay.
Oh,
If you
I
rolled
see.
a 1, it's not going to cut it.
Well, I did.
Okay, so he gets 1 point of healing. His hand is still bleeding. That was your bonus action, correct?
Yes.
Would you like to use an action? Dice Jail is available for free. If you'd like to place your dice within this magical container, this Dice Jail will hold your dice indefinitely, or at least until the end of the game, because it's
Okay, are you calling that? Okay.
He is so
Are you calling that a use of the balm of the summer court?
a use of the.
You are?
The summer court.
Okay.
You did heal.
I agree.
You boned him.
I'm just making sure. So then he is healed for 1 point of
1
damage.
point of damage.
Dang it.
His hand is still bleeding. You do see a little bit of
But I thought
sparkles
it was-
under his hand.
Oh,
It is Rumil's turn. He gets 1 point back.
but I thought he
He thing was only the bonus action, so now he gets 1 extra full action.
But he
Yes.
stopped the bleeding, right?
No, I
Oh.
didn't.
Not yet.
That's what I was confused about. I thought he does.
squished a puppy.
You could try
I'm
to
chewing
use
ice on
a
screen
medicine
by
check.
people.
Well, but
I'm getting glared at by my wife, Valari. She has wild magic.
Alright, well, my next thing would be to get to him and try and do a medicine check.
Alright,
on
dexterity
him.
check for me as you
But
capture.
that's the thing is, I'd have to do a. Alright, you're gonna go.
We're pooping out on the couch here. We still have almost.
I just can't sit back because there's a dog.
Can't roll 6.
6
So
is
I'm
into the
prone.
grease. So you run into the grease and you slip
I
and
can't
you're
roll
reaching out.
Higher than single digits on my
You're
first
reaching
roll.
out.
No, because all my dice would be in there.
All your dice would be there. Do you need to come back here and grab
Yeah,
something?
it's always my first roll. Sucks.
The DM has 2 dice to offer if you'd like to borrow.
No, because my second rolls are always fantastic, but my
As you're
first
reaching
rolls
out,
suck.
give me one more dexterity check to see if you can tap his foot as you're falling prone.
Aw.
Did we ruin it?
21.
You tap his foot. As you're falling prone, you fall on your face, but as you make contact, you can heal him.
Okay, so I
You'll
have.
just be prone and on your face and potentially bleeding from the nose.
And a little greasy.
A little greasy.
You go to your bed.
But the grease will go
Fine,
away.
I use cure wounds. I use it.
Are you using a spell slot?
Yes, I am. Because although I can't do a medicine check without it.
1d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Or do you just want to stop the bleeding? Just use that whole thing just to stop
What's
the
your
bleeding.
spell casting modifier? What's the number?
+3.
We will stop the bleeding by that touch.
Okay.
You will get 4 back because we will consider it the low roll.
Okay.
1 for each finger damage.
That'd be only 2. So as you fall prone, his hand stops bleeding, and he looks back at his now severed fingers.
Neyvar of the 8 fingers.
Neyvar,
There.
6 fingers of your toes. Ha ha! I outbested you, sir! Challenge me again and you have to roll.
I didn't think I was challenging him.
That's alright. No one's watching anyways.
I
Doesn't
didn't think
matter.
it was a finger riddle.
It's a riddle! Alright. His bleeding stops and he looks back at his severed fingers, a bit sad, and our druid falls flat on his face. He was
Watch
back
out for
at
the
top
grease.
of the turn order, Ari, and our little now soiled slightly less bleeding assassin is hanging there, looking at his hands sad, his dagger lying at his feet, our druid prone on the floor. What do you do?
Debating if I want to try to cross the grace.
You can attack him, you can yell at him,
I'm
you
not
can
going to
sit
attack
down, you
him
can
at this point. That would be pathetic.
Hey,
Well, I mean, he's already surrendered, technically, hasn't he?
technically, but none of you have fully yielded. You've attempted to heal him. We are still waiting till we get to Valari's turn, where she's
Yeah,
holding
she's
him.
holding.
So
Okay.
she's next. You may do whatever you wish. If you want to put down your axe and stare him down, that's one way. If you want to,
My axe is already on the
axe is
ground.
on the ground. The other axe is laying kind of on the table near the
I
center.
bend down to pick up my great axe.
And then what?
I just
Just hold
glare
it.
at him.
That is your action to pick up your great axe, and you glare at him. End of the turn. It is now Valari's turn. Valari, he's basically like given up. He's screamed and hollered, and he's looking at his fingers like this, and he appears to have wet himself.
Right. So I'm standing against the table.
You're like leaned up against the table, and he's kind of hanging. over.
Yeah. What else? So there's a table, and where are the walls of the rooms?
Walls of the room are about 25 feet out on all sides. You came in. This room is more square than the last. It is rounded at the corners. The two statues are there with their hands reaching towards the table. He's hanging over the table and looking utterly defeated, and even more so because he's missing fingers and has wet himself.
Okay, so I'm just gonna like drop him on the table.
Do you say anything to him?
Trying to decide if I have anything to say.
You can just stare at him if you want.
Yeah, I think I want to do that, but I think
is
I
your
want
cloak up?
to do.
Your hood up?
That's a good question. I think it is because it was when
Okay.
we left, and I haven't specified taking it down.
Yep.
So I'm quite sure it's up. So that's a good point.
Ooh, guess a little thumb.
Blow his eardrums.
Or just like give a little illusion,
A little oomph.
a little oomph to
A
your
little oomph to her.
to your glare.
Right now, any cantrips would be kind of fun to mess with him. You can
Well, I have
press
one
the
in
digitate
mind.
again. Make him feel like he did more things to him.
No, what I will do, yeah, I will actually do the prestidigitation, and I want to make him feel like chilled, you know, when you get like shivery.
Get a little chill.
Yeah. So he's like,
Yeah.
so I've dropped him, so he's like, I assume laying on the table, right? And like kind of.
Yeah.
But you are ending your
Harmless
turn in the
sensory
grease,
effect.
so you will need to make a save, I believe. Isn't
But
it?
I'm
Do
against
it,
the
do
table,
it.
right?
No.
You make
Oh, not.
Oh no, you didn't.
No,
make
she
it.
didn't. She's
No,
not
no,
over there. It's
you were
just me
greased up.
and Ramil.
Yeah, and Rumiel's already down. Don't worry.
Yeah.
If you
So,
end your turn in the grease, I
You
think you need
create
to make
an
a save.
instantaneous, harmless sensory effect. Shower, sparks, puff of wind, faint musical notes, odd odor, etc., etc. Something like that.
Yeah.
You can chill, or warm, or flavor up to a cubic foot of non-living material.
That's what.
So
Yeah,
you
I
can
want to
chill-
make him cold.
Okay, so you can chill the tabletop below him.
Yeah. Let's do that so that he's like
So he-
shivering
he
while he's
drops.
laying there.
He drops, and you instantaneously cool the table under him, and he shivers just a little bit, and puts his little hands up. Do you
Smaller.
wish to continue anything else, Garth, as it's the top of your turn?
Well, is she still in the grease?
Yeah, I have to roll
Roll for it,
20, right?
Yeah.
plus your dexterity modifier.
It's 2, I think. Yeah.
Nat 20?
She fine.
We roll high, we roll 20s.
Well, some of us do.
Yeah, Austin doesn't know how to.
Austin didn't get the memo as to where to buy all the players' dice
Really?
from. Hey, Austin.
They're
Air
second
five.
roll 20s.
Air 5 to you because you and I didn't get the memo.
Clearly.
the rest of y'all.
Wait, so air 5 for not reading your emails?
Real 5 for
Cheaters. Alright. Because your story is amazing. He gets a chill down his spine, and he's got his hands up, and all of the actions are spent. Garth, you may attack, or you can call this because he is now dropped and laying there on the table.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say, Neyvar, look. We know you're going through the underground and finding all sorts of goodies. What are you doing trapped in here?
I was just trying to get to the headquarters. See, I'm part of a group that's kind of menacing, and they were trying to test me to get to
Yes, the Zentari.
Zentarum. Oh, crap! I wasn't supposed to
Tricked
tell you
him.
who I am.
Question. Are we out of initiative?
You're out of initiative, you're out of combat.
I'm gonna grab the dagger that's next to my face.
Right? You grab the dagger that's next to your face. Do you want to do any checks immediately on it as you grab it, or?
No, just like, because I know it popped back into his hand. Like, I'm just going to grab it.
You're gonna grab it. The dagger is now in your hand.
Yes.
I'm also going to walk around and pick up my axe while they're talking.
Right. As they're talking, we'll assume the grease has started to fade away. We won't mess with that mechanic of screwing with you guys for another 30, 40 seconds.
Sure.
We all stand in silence
Y'all
for 40
stand in
seconds.
silence. He goes,
I'm part of this group, and they're testing me to get to be one of their commanders, and it's been tough. I stole the thing in front of you guys, I think, and then I had to threaten you. I'm just not sure what to do, and they sent me here to get to somewhere.
Why would you want to join them?
They offer wealth and lots of things that make me a better person. I can buy a
You want to
home.
try that again? A richer person?
Yeah, a better person in society where I can come with all of my wealth and I can command a city and I can be the king of. Where are we at again?
Loudwater?
Oh, I don't want to be the king of Loudwater.
Also, they would have to
It's a
let
little
you be
dummy
the king
town.
because they are in charge of you. Why would they let you get to a higher power than they are?
The Zentarum don't care. They're just here to buy things and
Oh.
sell
And
things
enslave
and steal
people?
things, and I don't know what they're actually out for. I'm just trying to join them so I can be rich.
you see this little guy is a bit confused. He's going for riches, he's going for power. He's got some pretty good skill at being a little assassin. But
Neyvar,
yeah,
there is plenty of riches to be found in adventuring. You don't have to do anything evil to gain riches. Why, we ourselves have found riches galore. And I'm not just talking about our friendship growing.
Have you seen my size?
Wait. We've all found riches? I would like to know about these riches.
Yeah, go to TikTok.
I got a great axe.
A pocket what is riches?
Isn't it magical?
It's one thing.
But look,
We've
I'm not
also
saying
only
we-
been at this for a day and a half.
But yes.
realizations happen. This little hobbit is laying there, and he's halfling, hobbit, similar differences, whatever. They're tiny people. He's laying there and frustrated because he's obviously had a goal set for him and has been very much struggling to get there, and seems somewhat defeated.
Have you seen my size? I'm not an adventurer.
I'm not much taller than you, my friend.
You have feet on me.
And you stand, what, 3?
Yeah.
3'2"? At that point, you're standing about
6 inches.
half of his height almost.
Right.
Because he's barely over 2. You're standing about half his height taller than him.
Do you know what I could do? Like, I don't have a party, I can't do much.
I mean, you could always come with us. We are here to rid this town of the Zentarim. You could join us. Look, you started that one. Who started that?
I asked you to surrender multiple times. Let the record state.
Well, where's my fingers?
I point to the ground where the fingers are.
Oh, crap. Okay.
Puts his hand down.
How about this? I give you treasure of this room. If you just let me go and we can figure it out.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, I'd also like to do an
Insight.
inside check.
Insight for both of y'all.
There you go.
See? Second rolls, baby.
16.
16?
22.
22. Both of you realize that he is just giving up. He is not trying to pull anything on you. He has something in his possession, and he's actually trying to give you whatever it is in his possession, because he's now lost a few fingers. He has seemingly failed at whatever it is he's going for, and he's realizing that his stature and his abilities aren't what he needs to get anywhere in this group that he's trying to follow.
Okay, so I ask him, what do you have?
I have a note and a necklace, and they're supposed to make this room do something. But I couldn't figure it out. I'm not smart enough. My intelligence is really bad.
So give them to me.
Fine.
He hops off of the table, reaches into his cloak. He pulls out a note and a necklace. Austin, look down right in front of you under the table. Look in the crook of the table, or Nathan, you may. You have a paper,
Yes, I do.
and then there's a few small
It
scraps of
says
paper.
rate.
Yep. Feel free to pull that sticky note off.
I
You
will.
may give the paper to whoever or read it yourself. There's a handful of
It
small
was given to you,
pieces.
therefore you get it.
These small pieces represent the necklace. I've made multiple copies so you all can look at them.
Okay.
There's only 3 there, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay.
But you may share. And here's the note.
I found this note and the necklace in the room. You can have it. I don't care.
And he stomps off towards the door that you would all walk through.
Leaning
Wait.
backwards.
He stomps
To
past
the-
Valari back. So you're all facing the table, and he stomps back from where you had come.
Neyvar, wait.
What?
The bracelet you stole, why did they want it?
I don't know. They just gave me a note and said steal it. And they told me where it was, and I did it. And I went for it, and I just snatched it out in front of you. I don't know why. I don't know how. I gave it away.
What's it
Insight.
called?
Later.
Insight check.
Neyvar,
Yeah?
you gave it to the leader.
The leader.
What's his name?
Oh, she's like her.
Points at Valari.
I don't know. I've had to go through a
But
few
how
other
does
people.
I've like had a hood on though.
He's noticed as you were up
Okay,
close.
you
I was gonna say you were very close.
Fair
His
enough,
word
fair
is
enough.
there.
Okay.
And did they tell you what the bracelet was called?
No, they just said steal the snake bracelet.
The snake bracelet.
The snake bracelet.
Aha!
That could be the name. That could
The
be the description of the thing. It's got snakes around it. It's basically snakes you put on.
Neyvar,
Yeah.
I am sorry about your finger. You've got grit. It can be used for better things than what you've been using it for.
I'm sure I could figure out a way to put a blade that comes up through here or something.
Oh no, look what you did.
And a blade that comes up through here or something.
Funny.
Assassin's Creed.
No, I got it.
That's
I got it.
For the rest of you.
Sorry, I was taking notes.
Neyvar, where will you go? What will you do now?
I don't know.
Are you safe leaving the Zentarum?
I haven't been part of them, but I'm sure I can sneak away.
You should get out of the city.
Okay,
Now.
let's get this room open and we can
All right.
go from there.
Okay. Okay.
What does it say?
Out loud.
Alright. My brother and I are partners in crime. We cheat, we steal almost all of the time. But when we divvy the loot, it's even, so no one's defiant. That's need help with a necklace stolen.
Should say that's why we help.
That's why we need help with a necklace stolen from a giant. We want the stones upon it in equal amounts and equal type. But this magical rope is here to hinder our flight. You must make as many cuts as there are kinds of stone. Try to trick us and you'll have to atone. So take the knife before you and make all your slices. Pull the big lever when you've fulfilled our devices.
There's a knife on the table.
Oh, that's.
Alright. Well, we have to cut all the things apart. Clearly.
You can do it with one.
Well, it says you must make as many cuts as there are kinds of stone. Oh, so you have to make
3 cuts.
But you can do it in one.
But that's not what it says to do.
Okay, so
They
you
want
can-
the stones upon it equal in amounts and in type. So there have to be 2 green, 2 blue, 2 pink.
1 green, 3
one
blue,
green each.
2 pink.
So that's right. Do you mind?
Say what?
There has to be 1 green each.
Yeah. So if you slice it right between the pink
Oh,
and
we're
the
making
blue
cutting it in half.
of the middle,
2 pink.
you should make that.
But you have to make 3 cuts.
So you make 2 more.
But they have to be in equal amounts.
I'm guessing, is there a knife on the stone table?
Yeah, he said there
Knife on the
is.
stone table.
Yeah, because the only other thing though is if the I mean, yeah, it seems if I may look at the notes, my brother and I are partners in crime. We cheat and we steal almost all of the time. But when we do, we will loot with
It's actually pretty simple. If we cut it in 3, we make 3 cuts.
We are currently looking at this here.
So
Yes.
if we make 3 cuts,
And the
Oh.
we can just
players
cut it
are
3,
trying.
3, like 4
Figure it
cuts
out.
of 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like the first one,
Players have.
like if we give these 2 pieces to the one and then these 2 to the other, it's even.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 blue, 2 pink, 1 green on each.
Yep. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Really quick, that means what the stones.
And then we have to.
Actually, yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Here, I drew it out if it.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
Okay.
I gotcha.
So I'm going to lay the necklace on the table
Okay.
and take the knife,
Yep.
and I'm cutting it
Every
after the
3.
first 3, and then after 3, and then after 3. So there's 4 sections of 3. Oh, that's a good way to do it. You just rip it.
Yep.
Take it.
Sorry.
You have 4 sections of 3.
Right. So, but
First section, second section, third section, and fourth
Let's-
section.
right,
Salute.
left to right.
You have
So
2,
1 and 2, and then there's 3 and 4.
1 and 2 and 3.
So
and
we
4.
like push them into 2 groups.
Okay.
1 and 2, 3 and 4. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then, I think we should put them on the hands.
Yeah, 1 take the 2, and then I'll take these 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take 3 and 4 and go towards the statue that's on the.
Wait.
Wait.
We've already been able to make 3 slices, right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
I cut them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cut them into 4
here.
pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, Neyvar wouldn't have.
1 in each hand. They're reaching towards the table.
Oh yeah, that's smart. That's smart. So yeah, I'll take 3 and 4, and I'm putting them in the hands of the statue on the right side.
Okay.
I'll take 1 and 2 and put them on the lip.
Yeah, since you're right
Well, someone needs to pull the lever.
I'll do it.
You reach for the lever in the middle of the table. All of the stones are set in the hands of the thieves. You pull the handle, budges just a little bit, budges even further. And as you see into the cloaks of the thieves, red eyes light up on either statue. Then they turn purple, then they turn blue. The stone hands clasp around
Dang it, I wanted to take him back.
and hold tight to the presents you had placed in each. The door behind you opens up, and as the door is opening up, Neyvar blasts through it and runs out. And the door ahead of you, just up some stairs behind the statues, opens up as well.
I'm gonna
Just
call
a
out
little
to,
bit.
as he blasts through the door, just like, be careful!
Thank you for sparing my life.
As he runs down the hall.
Well, onward toward the Zentaur.
I say.
Onward.
The only way there is to go, I suppose.
What could go wrong?
Yep.
Alright. Good solve on that. There were 2 possible solves that were accepted.
Huh?
Oh, there's a second solve.
Now I'm gonna have to put that later.
Yeah, keep that. There was a dagger picked up by our druid. Now's a chance for you to
Yep.
heal any wounds, cast any spells, do whatever you want before you blast ahead into the next room. Just as a heads up for all of our
Need a
players.
short rest.
Those who just forge on ahead
you
with
guys will
usually a
take
cleric
point
at the
of
front.
damage.
I only have
Or
plus one.
those who are newer and just forge ahead because the rest of the group goes, let's go!
Well, I only have 2 spell slots left, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna cast anything, and I don't think I get any from short
Alright.
rest.
So I would get something from a short rest. I would get 2 first level spells back.
How long
And
is
we
short
could all
rest?
roll a hit die.
4-ish hours.
Wait, a short rest?
Yeah.
4 hours?
Less than 8. So
I
you
thought
can,
it
do
was
one,
one.
you can do 1 to 4.
Okay.
The reason it could be up to 4 is because you can do other things in it if you wanted.
Right.
1 is your bare minimal, and sometimes there's other things that are like you have
I'm
to take
fine
at
and
least 2
ready
to
to
3 hours.
continue. I don't want to
I
sit
don't.
here anymore.
I don't need a
I am
rest, but
gonna-
if it would do us good to have more spell slots, I'm fine.
That's literally what I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you would like them,
Yes, please.
great.
Okay. So
Let's take an hour so we go forward prepared.
Here's our short rest.
I will investigate the dagger during that short rest.
I need you to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
For the rest of you who have never short rested or very infrequently short rest, you may roll up to half of your hit dice to gain that much HP back. Please do note if you do use them, you don't get to use them on another short rest until you do a long rest. On long rest, you gain up to half of your hit dice back based on a roll. It's a messy situation, so if you want to gain health, you may. If you're okay.
I'm okay 1 point down.
My spell slot, when do I gain it back?
You should gain spell slots back on a short rest up to,
Oh, really?
I believe you do.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll get my 1 spell slot back that I've used.
I thought it was just.
Double check.
Well, I only rolled a 9 on that dagger, so.
You only rolled a 9 on the dagger total.
Yes.
You're in a short rest. You have a little bit
Yeah.
more time to check it. I'll give you up to 2 more rolls.
Okay. Well, my second roll was a 16.
Alright?
Is it possible
do you want
for
me to roll
me-
again?
One more.
Is it possible for me to do an Arcana check on
And
this
14.
dagger?
You may if he lets you.
What?
He's got the dagger in hand,
Yeah.
so you'd have to walk up to him and like look at the dagger and take it from him or look at it with him. Double checking a short rest here. Short rest. You can spend hit dice to get them back. There's no
mean I
regaining
minus
of spell slots.
Jeez.
Unless you have something special. Nathan, what do you have special that lets you get some spell slots back?
I have Arcane Recovery.
Alright, that's what it is.
Yeah. So
Everyone else unfortunately can't gain any hits or spell slots back, which is fine because you all shouldn't have used too many.
Yeah.
Alright,
Great. I'm rested.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yes.
Can I see your
I need somebody to grab this. This is Austin's card. He did discover what his dagger does. As I'm hitting every stand back here. Sorry for shaking everything, people. The DM is trapped. I'll show you a video of my trap. The players are trying to
He's
outsmart me.
got plenty of
Yeah.
space. I mean, just close to
Go for it then.
I mean, I can't go above, so
The blink dagger
Yes.
is now
great. I got my one back.
Oh, it's a +1.
in the hands.
Yeah, I got a blinky dagger.
Nice.
You're gonna like leave your green in my sheet, correct? You are.
He's a druid.
The players are still learning some stuff here.
What's a hit now? You told me to roll a d6. Where can I get a d6 at?
www.roll20.com.
From Austin's.
If you're rolling 20 on a d6, you've got the wrong thing.
Or the perfect thing. Alright.
Let's go.
Your short rest. You now walk up the stairs behind these two statues. Our dear druid now knows what his dagger does. Dear druid, do you want to share anything with the group, or do you want to keep that secret to yourself?
You can also just like.
Sometimes, sorry.
He's
Also, like, look at the
focused
card
right
until
now.
we
I'm,
finish
I'm
it.
writing. I'm writing this.
You can also
It
just
looks
look at the
complicated.
card until we finish the session and write it all down.
It's okay, hey, some
But we
people
were
like to work
short
everything
rest.
down.
Yeah, but the short rest is over.
Oh, come on, the short rest is over. Come on, Megan.
Okay.
I've been watching some Key and Peele, and
I would probably, since she asked, I would probably give her some of the information.
right?
Just saying that it appears that it would teleport back to my hand, which could be useful. Which could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, you got one here.
Well, I already knew that. That wasn't anything.
Yeah. We all know that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's carry on.
So
You carry
Thank
onward.
you, Captain Obvious.
that's literally what it does. Would you like more?
You walk up
'Cause I'll
to
tell you the
this
same
door
thing.
that is now cracked open. As you push it in, you seem to shove some barrels and boxes out of the way from behind it. You enter what appears to be a wine cellar.
Should have taken a long rest or a short rest here.
In this wine cellar, there are indeed bottles of wine, a barrel of it off to the side. There's some stairs at the far end of the room, and then there's some stairs off to your left that have some shed-like doors on it that most of you would understand to be like a side entrance to like a cellar of some sort. Above, you hear a little bit of creaking and movement. You hear some muffled voices.
On which set of stairs, or just generally above the room?
Just above you, and the room's above, and whatever the main building is.
Okay, so there were two sets of stairs. One of them.
One straight ahead, which looks like it goes upward into the building, and one off to your left, which does
looks like it
have
goes
like
outside.
the doors on it that you could use to get in and out.
We're still in the old part of town.
Yeah.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows.
We
I'm.
haven't
You've
crossed under
gone
a
quite a
river.
ways north.
I do
Oh.
believe we may
Oh.
have found ourselves in the lair of the Zentari, who, if I'm correct, dwell in the northern part of town. Do we
We
live?
went under the
Oh.
entire river.
You don't know much.
They're rich, though, apparently.
Well,
You've gone quite a ways north.
Can I look around at the barrels and such and see if any of them have been marked with the same dragon mark that I saw on the cat's thing?
There are no dragon marks on any of the barrels. As you look around, there's a few different numbers on barrels, which seem to be related to years in the last 20 years.
Is there a way for me to do an investigation check, like since I have the map and stuff, to know where we are?
You're in the north part of town. You are somewhere in the north part of town because you're underground. You don't know exactly where, but you know you've gone north far enough that it feels like, with the long tunnels and the big rooms you've passed through, you're somewhere roughly midway. But that's a complete guess because you guys spawned off an entire different timeline last session of you going partway across the bridge. So you don't know how far really it is.
Yep.
This is soon.
If we think we're in the Zentarum fortress lair, then I think we should investigate up the stairs and not leave our opportunity.
Okay. Well, I do believe I am probably the stealthiest of us all.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm an urchin, so.
I'm a
not halfway.
clunker.
You're a clunker. They'd hear you from a mile away.
Oh
Surprise.
darn, we've already.
Surprise! No
Actually,
one's
I
come
am.
bursting down the stairs yet.
I mean, I have +4 stealth.
Wow.
Alright. Two people roll better dexterity. Look, it's not what I'm supposed to be good at. So by all means,
you are.
someone else.
I want to. If we're going upstairs, I want to use my disguise kit.
Right. How do you disguise yourself?
Like, as a tarot?
What does Zentarum look to you? What does Zentarum look to you?
Well, I can't disguise myself as the little halfling thing. That
Your
we
disguise
just
kit will
fetched.
have a little bit of makeup in it, potentially a big nose and plastic mustache.
Yeah.
Also, you could have a cloak or two, but you're not going to have anything like fancy dress unless you'd like to drop a couple silver out of whatever you own, and then you have a fancy dress. Because we didn't speak about what's in your disguise kit before the session.
We did previously, sort of. But,
Previously, sort of. Your disguise kit gets you some face paints, most likely, and a few cloaks to cover yourself, and potentially
If the Zentarum
Well, then I'm
lady
rummaging
leader,
right
the leader, if she is a tiefling, maybe it could be in our benefit. Do you get along with other tieflings?
Can't say I've ever been with another tiefling.
tieflings are quite rare. They're not usually
Hey,
around.
hey guys, I can just turn into a spider and crawl up there.
A spider, as in like a tiny, tiny spider, as in like a.
I was thinking a normal spider.
Well, it's funny. I was just thinking that
Your
we could
AC
send
will drop to like
up.
1 or 2, or do you have a spider stats sheet?
I have a spider stats. Well, I have a giant spider
You have a
stats.
giant spider.
But-
If you drop to anything smaller than your palm, your AC is like 1 or 2,
We can send Opti up.
and they can stomp you potentially.
True, but then I will take whatever damage comes after that.
Sure.
Can I just be listening at the stairs while they're talking about this? Because we've already determined I'm not going to
Insight?
Yeah.
Does Obvi report back to you?
Oh no, I have a normal spider stat.
He can take the notes.
Armor class of 12.
Insight?
Wow, that's a pretty not squishy.
Well, it's because,
Spider.
like,
I
I
think
think
it's
the way they
small
do it
in
is because it's
dexterity.
small, you
Sure.
can't find it.
Yeah, and
17.
that's not a giant wolf spider. That's just a
20,
normal
soft
spider.
20.
Soft 20. As you're listening at the stairs, you hear a couple voices. A female voice and a male voice. And the female voice, you hear,
So we've got it now. He came through, but I'm just not sure what we should do with him next.
then you hear a male voice, yes, but he came through. We should give him another test to dispatch of
Anyways, well, I'm
these other folks.
sorry. I was just
Wait,
thinking that while she
Now
was
it's your
talking.
turn. Now it's your turn.
Sorry. While they were I was just still talking with her, thinking on how she said that, being a tiefling could work in our favor, and it's like, well, they sent Neyvar after us,
Mhm.
so they clearly know there was a tiefling in our group. So
Everyone, Olnor has followed us. Thank you!
Oh, thank you for the follow.
You got in at a very suspenseful moment.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm very
who
suspenseful.
followed us?
That's
I
what
thought our
Our players
characters
are
turned
sitting here
it.
so
I
just
didn't
thinking over the
realize that. I
situation.
was like, how do you know names?
It would appear that, I do believe that it is the Zentarum upstairs. They know we've come through. They think it's Neyvar, and they are planning on possibly sending him against us. I say we use the element of surprise. Let us take them now. There are only 2 of them.
What if we use my disguise kit to let them think you're Neyvar?
Well, that would be fun.
Woo.
Wait, really quick. Really.
I could transform into a little bug, and I'll be right there with you, just in case things go south.
I like it.
Alright! I mean, alright.
Okay, so we're gonna use like the cloaks in my disguise kit, and we're gonna make him appear like Neyvar.
Which you got a very up close and personal.
You guys did get up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
did stand quite a bit shorter than you, so.
I'll hunch.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll hunch. Give me
Or
the
just
dagger.
squat a little.
I will. Okay.
Yeah.
You have.
They'll recognize it.
You have the dagger. I'm marking. Okay, this is to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. You'll get it back. Or not.
Just for the time being.
Here,
It's
I'll
in your hand.
give you my dagger.
I'm going to use my wild shape.
Okay.
I will transform into a spider, and I'm gonna crawl inside like kind of your jacket
Just
pocket.
like the lapel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like hiding under a pocket.
Hope nobody pushes you.
What do you 2 do? There's a few shelves and things you may be able to hide.
Yeah,
around.
I tried. I think I'd rather hide by the door. Like,
Which door?
the door that's leading up to the stairs that they're about to go through. So that I can quickly respond.
Are you guys going up, or you're at the bottom of the stairs still? What's?
And
We're-
look at that.
I'm going to go out.
These are nice.
All right. It takes you just a couple moments to
Of
put together a Neyvar. But as you're putting together a Neyvar, you hear footsteps towards the door at the top of the stairs.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay, then
I'm
I
gonna duck behind one of the shelves, and I think I'm gonna ready something. Let me think.
I take my hand axe out so I can, and I hide behind a barrel just so
Okay.
So you have something to throw.
I'm
How
concealed and I have a weapon.
dark is it in the wine cellar?
It's fairly dark, but there's a couple torches at the bottom of the stairs, so
Is it dim light or not?
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna ready Shadow Blade, but I'm not gonna cast it. Is that
Your hand
possible?
has a little purple glow in it as you're about ready to cast a Shadow Blade.
Behind, but I'm hiding.
Ari will assume your torch you've put out by this point,
Oh yeah, for sure.
just to be safe.
Yes, thank you for.
Spider Rumil and Neyvar the Swaft.
The swath.
The Swaft. He's not fully Neyvar the Swift.
Hi. Can I come up now? I did it.
You hear some heavy boots walk to the door and open up. So is that you, Neyvar?
Yeah. I got through the challenges. The necklace one, that one that my arm got stuck in the hole. That was oh man, that was crazy.
Neyvar, do you bring word of these opposed against us?
Oh yeah, do I bring word? I left them in my dust. They tried to come after me, and I think, oh man, they're trapped in the fire room, I think.
And you've also dispatched of him?
Yeah, I didn't want to, but I did. I used my dagger, and I called it back to me.
Where's he now?
I left him back in the tunnels. He actually wound up following me.
Roll deception.
Yep.
Actually, no. I'm gonna use Portent. 17 from Portent, and it's a 0, so just 17.
17.
So Lem followed you into the tunnels.
Yeah, I don't know. He got gutsy. I think some of the other adventurers really made him think that he should be doing more good. He followed me, and well, I thought I'd use the shadows to sneak out and jump at him.
Huh. Quite the assassin you are.
I told you I could do it.
You'll make good in our ranks. Do come back tomorrow.
Oh, can
We'll
I?
have more for you.
Oh, can I come upstairs now?
No, not today. Tomorrow.
Well,
Use the side exit and give you another task.
okay.
You are still in the shop just down the road.
Oh yeah, I'm in the shop just down the road. That's where I hang. Look, I just like you guys got a big party going on up there. Like I understand if I don't have an invite. I've been trying to meet.
You are testing us, whelp.
Oh, I thought you were testing me. Okay, I'll just go. Yeah,
We'll send for you.
How far is it up the stairs?
The stairs are about, you can see about 10 or 15 stairs up, but his voice booms down the stairs like it might be 20 plus. So about a 15-foot.
Wait, so he's not actually
no,
present?
he had opened the door and is speaking down.
Okay, well if he's not present, I'm gonna crawl out from under his lapel. If there's no one there,
No one's there. You've
then
crawled
I'm
up.
gonna start crawling. Like I'm gonna crawl up the wall to the ceiling
Okay.
as a little bee spider.
As you edge around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
you see a face you recognize. An elf with a scar
Oh no!
down the side of his face.
No!
He's wearing a thick blue robe. And
Okay.
he is looking very menacing and frustrated.
Okay.
Is that something that just you know, and or am I forgetting something?
It's something that
The-
our druid only knows.
Okay.
Oh, then I was wrong. Okay.
Our druid knows of this, and the rest of you, if our druid
Elf
explains,
is looking
we'll
for
figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I can't do it now because I'm.
the spider.
It's a spider.
Yeah.
I see
As
the
you get
spider.
around the corner and this discussion is happening,
Mhm.
I need you to roll a dexterity check for
Okay.
Dex check. Woo. Use your spider stats.
I think I used my spider stats for
it.
that.
Use your spider stats for that, sir.
They said spider sense.
Spider stats.
I thought it too.
Does whatever a spider druid
Which are
does.
actually lower than
Can
mine.
swing from a
Wait,
web.
you're not
You
as
probably
dexterous.
can because he's a
As a
true
spider,
druid.
no. I
But the
lose.
consequences aren't as bad,
Dear
right?
chat,
About
dear
dexterity?
followers, dear
Plus
friends,
2.
thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the follows. I'm sorry if we're not seeing any of your chat. Or if you're
We did
silent.
say a call out for
We did say a call out for both of the followers we've gained this
Yeah,
session.
because it's my first
Thank
roll.
you again for
First roll
tuning
always
in.
suck.
Well then, why are you
Please
using
join us again in
dice?
2 more.
Because all of my first rolls suck. No matter what dice
All
I
of the
use.
followers,
Well,
dear friends, followers,
Stick with
family,
the set dice
countrymen.
and do it over and over again.
You are my friends. Players,
10.
what shenanigans are going on there?
His dice are poo poops.
Yeah, on the first
Pick
rolls.
one set and
As
stick
you
with it.
see this scarred elven face,
Mhm.
you freak out, and your little spider legs release from the wall. But because you're a spider, you instinctively shoot some web and drop about a foot hanging there on your spider web, staring up at the face of this enemy of yours.
So this is something that I was actually kind of. You said it's about 15 feet up.
Neyvar is kind of at the bottom of the stairs, able to get a little bit of a look But I'm assuming because you're disguised, you're not trying to just stare him right in the face.
Yeah, I've been like shifty.
Yeah.
Neyvar. What Neyvar is this?
I caught that. That was well done.
So here's the thing. I don't know if because I don't think he would have noticed the spider leaving him.
No, you wouldn't have noticed
No.
because he's small enough.
So I
pretty-
think
pretty
I've
like
got
that.
a friend on my shoulder. I'm gonna be like, well, if there's no party happening, and then I go, let's get the party started, and I cast Misty Step and go up the stairs 30 feet
Oh,
and go
jeez.
behind him.
Behind who?
You didn't just want to come back tomorrow?
Nope! This is what he would do! Also, me, I don't know, it just felt right.
Hey, if it feels right, you gotta go for it.
That's the thing is, he's a lawful good character who sees a bad guy who's trying to hurt someone.
And he goes on his luck, right?
He goes off his luck.
But you've used both your portent numbers, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just,
We
it just, here's the thing, because the other, like,
I was just wanting
I'm an
information.
investigator,
Yeah.
but this guy's not giving me anything. He says I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I don't
Could've
know.
gone
I've
up-
said it.
No
No,
patience.
Here's the thing is, I've said it.
You said it.
Said it.
And
You
it's-
all
and it's in
prepared for a
character.
fight.
And it's in character.
We also hid to leave if we didn't have to fight.
Wait, your Misty Step, is that a spell?
We were prepared in the fact
Misty
that
Step,
your
that should be a
disguise
second
failed.
level
Yeah,
spell.
that's
if I'm
true.
not mistaken.
It is. I'm burning a
30
level
feet
2.
to an unoccupied place you can see. You can't really see behind him.
Okay. In that case, because the goal was to get behind him, so if I can't
you
get
can
behind him,
see next to him, but you can't really see the flooring behind him.
Can we clarify who he's behind?
Who's behind?
The voice, not the elf, right? It's the elf and some.
There's an elf at the top of the stairs with the door open, and he's kind of leaning in. The door's open, probably about a foot or two, as he's leaning in,
The
yelling.
scarred-faced
down the
elf
stairs.
is the one
Scarred-faced
who's
elf.
talking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You
I
all,
thought there
you all
were
hear a
two.
voice
There
coming
is
down.
another person.
There is another
but-
person there, but the scarred-faced male elf is
okay.
there.
so I could. Okay,
He's a
so I
female voice that
couldn't
you
get
don't know.
behind him.
You couldn't. You could get on the
Because he's
stair right in
walking
front
like
of him.
the stairs.
You
I don't
could get
wanna
right
just-
in the door right in front of him.
I don't want. I was hoping to sneak up behind him.
You could try and stealth up and then.
Well, he was like
No.
talking to you.
Because he's talking to me. He's looking down at me.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. If that's the case, here's what I've got. Because I'm trying to go off of what my character has.
Yep.
My character has information that they're trying to kill Lem. I know where Neyvar has been hanging out. Because I'm also, for the players at home, who might not know much about Garth's character yet, like, Garth is very much into mysteries. And one of the ways I'm kind of playing him is actually kind of like a halfling heroic Sherlock Holmes. It's just he loves learning new things and solving puzzles.
So, do we need slow-mo fights where you talk through how you're going to
Yes.
then we go into it?
Yes. Cast magic missile. It will hit automatically, dealing roughly.
Hit on the arm, head, and shoulder.
Yes. Broken
Breaking.
jaw.
Broken jaw, and a slight stumble.
Concussion.
All right, we'll throw a hand at
Estimated
Sam. Oh,
recovery.
that's not going to go well.
5 minutes.
So one of the aspects of Sherlock Holmes that if it's not the idea of I can spring a trap right now that I thought was totally set because I thought I had a spider with me, then I have just decided that I will probably be establishing. Well, I guess I won't tell you. The overall thing is I hope to establish.
Keep the mystery.
What?
Keep them.
Keep the mystery.
Oh, okay. I'll
Bring
keep
people
those.
back next
I'm
week.
just so excited. Okay. So I'll say, oh, all right. I guess so you'll find me, right? Or you want me to come back tomorrow into
We'll
the cell?
find you. We know where you're at.
Right. The shop.
The shop.
The shop across the way.
Down the block.
Right. The shop down the block. Sorry, where I come from. All right. See ya. I'll go out the other way now.
He slams the door shut and stomps off. You hear some mumbled speech, but you can't make it out.
Can I make it out? Okay.
He's walked like far enough away you can still hear them talking upstairs, but you can't make out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna start crawling back down towards
Alright.
him.
I slowly peek out of hiding. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
He's staying in here.
Well,
Either we need to go and you follow. You can't be seen with us as Neyvar.
well, I need to go out first. They're expecting me,
Great.
Neyvar, to leave. So, Rumiel? I check my. Oh,
I'm gonna crawl up his pant leg and back to the.
Well, like on the outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like I'm just.
Oh, hello.
You're a hairy little
I'm gonna take
halfling.
Rumiel
Intimate
and
over
go.
here.
You two either follow in a little bit or go back through the tunnels.
Well, that's clearly not an option.
That
That's
isn't.
all closed.
I think
Neyvar ran back through.
Yeah,
He ran
we
back
could
through.
get back through.
Oh.
Maybe
I
that
will
would be
meet
better.
you at the
The
inn.
inn. Should we meet at the temple and warn Lem?
Yes, let's do that.
What? Okay.
Stop asking questions. We gotta go.
Meet you at the temple.
Okay, great.
Let's go back through the
Back through the
underground.
tunnels.
So I go
Okay.
up out the side cellar
You're
door.
still riding in the coat.
Yep.
Yeah, he's-
I have an hour,
Alright.
so I'm
We
good for a
retrace
while.
our steps.
Yeah, we're gonna go back
Alright.
through the tunnels.
I'll talk through all of your work until
Okay.
you get to the main landing of the home.
Great.
You ladies run back through. All of the doors are open because you've solved all the puzzles. You're very cautious not to step on the one big stone right around the plinth as you run around it because you know that caused some pain earlier.
Plinth.
Wait.
The metal gate
the
had
gate is
shut.
closed.
The metal gate was opened after you solved the thieves.
But then she pulled
Oh.
the lever and it
No.
snapped.
No, but when we solved
Or-
the thieves, it reopened.
Oh,
the
When
gate.
okay.
you solved the couple puzzles,
Because
the
he
gates
went
reopened
through
he went
that
back. Yeah.
because
yeah.
nothing has been triggered.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
the dungeon master.
It's true.
Okay. Great.
I'm just a person here making stuff up, and I'm gonna throw some guys in. No.
Rocks follow you all that. Bye.
Well, those two died. We're outside.
You make it back through unscathed, and you get up to the home where you entered at first, and you saw Neyvar sitting off to the side, and he kind of freaks out as you walk past, and he's still like massaging his hand.
The real
And-
Neyvar.
The real Neyvar, yep. And he kind of puts his head down and looks at you like scared, but also kind of knows that if you let him go, you weren't gonna attack him. And you're able to walk out into the street front if you'd like.
Neyvar.
Well, we would
What?
need to make sure that Neyvar
Yeah.
leaves
Neyvar, you need to leave town. We're trying to
now.
Also, where were you staying that the Zentarum found you? What was the address of the shop?
There was a little candy shop that was all boarded up that no one used. And
Taking candy from a baby.
oh, you went there.
No, you're not a baby.
Oh.
They are, because we're gonna make
You
them
went
cry.
I was just taking a breather because I was so scared that you'd follow me. Are you here to kill me?
We're not here to
No,
kill you.
okay,
We don't want to
okay,
hurt you, but we
okay,
do need
okay.
you to leave town.
Okay.
Navar, you know what I
As
think you'd be
he's
great at?
starting to like ease towards the door as you're warning him again, and he sees you both very intensely focusing on him.
It's not a warning. Let's make this very clear. It's a directive to leave town
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Neyvar,
Okay. Yes.
why did they want you to kill Lem?
It was an order. It was an order.
But why?
It was an order.
Had
And
you made any?
As he kicked the door open, as you're starting to scare him, he runs out the front
Okay.
Okay,
and
we did a little
down
too
the
much.
street. And you see him running towards the south side where the main gate's at, and just continuing off, his cloak flying behind him as he's got as much speed as a little halfling can.
Is there a way for me to do an insight check to make sure that that's his intent to to know that he's leaving?
This little guy is running. You guys sliced a few fingers off of him, made him look like he soiled himself, defeated him without killing him. He lost his dagger without even caring to go back for it.
The last
And
time he
you
saw you two,
spooked
you were
him.
with 2 other people that for all he knows you killed in the
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
And you were
Okay.
going forward into the lair of
We were the ones
the
that
group.
scared
You
him.
were going.
I guess
you were
I'll
going forward
ex-
into the lair of the group that he was trying to join, so he's a bit scared all around.
I suppose I will accept the fact that he is actually running towards the gate and leaving.
Do you want to attempt to throw something at him and kill him in his run?
No, because they already.
He's running south. They're in the north.
He's running south towards the south gate of
Yeah.
the part of town you're in.
Great. I'm content.
towards the south gate, right? And the other people were in the. So, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, I'm
north
good.
and south, he's running towards the gate at the bottom of that part.
I guess I'm okay. I
Alright.
guess I'm gonna.
So you're peeking out the
We're
doors, he's running off. You see TikTok shop across the way, and you see him kind of bustling about in there trying to.
Can I? But I can still see him, right? Well, what's
Him
the
who?
range? Neyvar.
Neyvar, yes.
Whatever.
Neyvar.
How far away do you think he is right now?
Neyvar, the swamp.
Because
Neyvar,
you've
the
like
sweat.
stared at him for a little bit, he's about 45 feet out.
That's it?
He's a halfling. He
Okay.
can't run very fast.
Okay. So I'm gonna point and I'm gonna use my message cantrip
Okay.
and I'm gonna say, Neyvar, don't stop running until you get as far away from here as you possibly can.
He soils himself.
No, but he gains an additional 3 feet per second as you've encouraged him. And
Per
he is
second, that's
running.
quite a lot.
He is running a lot. He is at 28 feet per second now. This guy is running with all purpose as he hears your voice in the back of his head thinking you're like running up on him.
Oh man, I feel bad.
This poor dude is just
He could get us
hustling.
killed.
That's true. That's
He
very
is
true.
hustling
It's
out of
for everybody's
city.
good.
And his cloak is flying so fast behind him, it's like straight out. He's like Supermaning this little cloak.
We should get to temple, yeah?
Yeah, but we don't want to like rush or anything.
No.
We gotta be.
We'll stroll.
We gotta be normal.
You start to stroll out in the front of this home towards the temple. These two gentlemen
Yes.
go up to the door and undo the lock that has a key already inserted into it, as if someone was waiting for an exit from Neyvar. And you open the lock, you open the doors wide, and as you step outside, you're on the back side of one of the large mansions in the western side of the city. Pulling up my map here. Yes, you're in the back of a large mansion on the western side of the city. And as you exit the back, you see the city wall on that side. There's a few plants and trees behind this home. To the south, you see the river, so off to your left. And you may now exit. As you go to either side of the building, you'll be able to see there is a street in front of this home. And we can talk about what you see. The dog is sneezing.
Yep.
And
I
our
told you
druid
earlier,
is
it's allergy
our,
season.
our druid is giving her.
Too much of the dust.
Wow,
in the
sorry.
room.
Bless you, doggo.
It was dusty down there.
Yeah. All right.
Literally.
Do you go north or south around the home?
I will go. Well, I know.
North you see the wall. South you see the river. This is a very large mansion that takes
I would
up.
go towards the river.
Alright, so you go towards the river, and as you get around the edge of the home, you see the bridge off to your right, quite some ways, and then you see to your left a street that appears to have shops and a couple smaller homes in it. Very well kept. The street is cleaned well. There's flower boxes, all with perfect color matching flowers down the street. Every other home matching one another. This is a very rich and very posh part of town compared to the south.
I will walk down that street casually. particularly looking at any shops that there might be.
On the north side of town, of that road, you do see a few homes. They're all well taken care of. On the south side, you see a few shops. The second shop in is a closed up candy shop. There's some nice boarding in the windows, very much more pristine than the boarded up part of the south town. The door is closed, and it doesn't seem that there's a board across the front, but it seems like you can see through part of the window. There is one single board holding it from the back side. The rest of the shops are open. There's a bread bakery shop at the first. The second is your candy shop. The third is a little tailor. The fourth is a small general food store. So you see some fruit in the window, and in the back you see some hanging meats. And then you come up against a very tall statue of an elf that is facing towards the bridge, which is just south of it.
Do I... can I roll history on the elf?
History on the elf, go for it.
Do I see that as well?
You see it as well, you're sitting kind of at the
16.
Okay.
next 16.
I will also roll for that one. Is that in... What am I rolling on? Is that
History. So history would be under your intelligence.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
You should have any history
Plus 1,
modifiers
you have
as well.
17.
Okay.
Both of you realize that
Because
this
it's all out of order.
appears to be one of the founders of the old village.
Oh,
Hmm.
fine.
The culture here seems to be a bit more elven on the north part of town. And both of you know that there are a few cities up here that were built by the elves. Dwarves came in to help build out some of the rest of the city and work on the city a bit more. And then some of the cities were abandoned a bit. So you do see this as potentially one of the leaders or founders of the old elven city.
Okay. Then I will head... I will make my way over the bridge. Can I look behind me?
Mhm.
Like, I want to casually see if anyone's following me.
No one is following you.
Okay.
The street's pretty quiet. You're approaching about dinner time or a little past.
Okay. Then I will make
As
my
are we.
way to... You said the temple we'll meet at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll make
Yeah.
my way to the temple.
You cross the bridge, and it's deafening in the center. There's a few guards in the center of the bridge looking out across the water. There's a few others passing by. A bread cart goes past as it looks like the same markings as the shop from the north. It's closing up shop for the day and bringing their cart back to the north part of the city. Otherwise, it's a fairly calm walk. As you enter the main square, you do notice the two ladies who have been part of your party thus far are coming up to meet you. You both made about the same amount of time back through your travels.
Okay.
You're now roughly in the small garden park area in front of the temple.
Ladies, let's make our way to the temple as quickly as possible. Technically, I believe I told them you're trapped in the under thing, so we should probably get you out of sight relatively quick.
You also shouldn't be with us. Yes, let's go inside.
Well, right, but you met up with me. I huff forward.
Let's go inside and get you out of costume.
So go into the temple looking for Lem.
As you enter the temple, it is empty. There's no one up in the benches. There's no one up front. Lem's nowhere to be found, but the office door to the side is kind of cracked open, and you see a foot just inside, like someone's laying there.
I run in.
As you burst in the door, Lem is sitting there holding his shoulder, and there's a lot of blood on his cloak, and he straightens up a bit as he sees what appears to be Neyvar re-entering.
So, have you come to finish me?
I'm going to transform from a spider.
Mm-hmm.
So I will, like, in front of him, and run to Lem
Dear Druid.
and cast Cure Wounds.
Cast Cure Wounds.
Yes.
Alright.
Which is my last first level spell. Hopefully nothing happens.
I mean, you could cast it at second level and cure it for more.
I don't think I'll get that much more.
You get an
An extra
additional
dice.
D8.
Yeah. No,
Dude's been
true,
stabbed
it's
and
true.
bleeding out.
It's true.
Yeah.
No,
Can I?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know if I could cast that on second level, but I can.
So I will cast that at second level.
Alright, hold 2 seconds. We have a question.
I'm wondering if I'm able to cast prestidigitation to make him seem like himself and not like.
If you want to, you may do that,
You could also start taking off.
and it'll clean his face completely from the makeup you've placed on.
Okay, yeah, let's I can go ahead and do that.
Alright?
Okay.
You clean his face, and Lem calms down just a bit, but he is bleeding profusely. A little bit of blood is coming from his mouth.
So I'm casting Cure Wounds,
Cure
second
Wounds.
level. 4, give me a second. Plus ability modifier, that's a 12. Ability is 3. Yes, so for 15.
15. Lem was on the verge of death. You bring him back to stabilized.
I would hope so. That's almost all of my
As
health.
as he's bloodied, he moves his hand, and you see the wound below just kind of heal up in a rough scar.
Dear Druid, thank you for stopping the inevitable. Why, this old man was just around the corner from that anyways. I believe you're come to figure out what's happened to me. Did you dispatch of the assassin that was here earlier?
He's gone.
Okay, I feel better about that. I believe they were after my chest.
And he's laying there, and he's still in a lot of pain.
Mhm.
He points across the room, and there's a green chest
Oh, it's like
with
they
a gold,
stabbed you in
a
your chest.
gold banding around it. It's only a couple feet wide and about half that in depth, and about the same in height. So it's not a very big chest. It's not like a big old treasure chest, but it's something small.
This carries unspeakable things and things that will save us from those unspeakable things.
Do you wish us to open it?
You can only open part of it with this key, and I am not fit to be trusted with it anymore.
He hands you a golden key ring.
I am old and I'm near death, and you brought me back, and I think I should retire. Move to a forest or something where I can study the rest of my life.
It would be good if you left town. They seem to think you're dead.
Do you expect me to run?
He's old and just
Perhaps a
recovering.
carriage ride would be nice if we could find anyone leaving town.
If you could find that, it would greatly save me.
Okay.
Lem, as you're leaving, I caught a glimpse of an elf with a scar.
The one we're talking about that you approached me the other day.
Indeed. If you have any information to give before you leave, I feel it could be necessary
Where
for us
did you
to
see
say
him?
He looks very angered as you talk about this elf.
We found him above a wine cellar. Though where exactly in town, I couldn't say. We were on the north side of town.
Northwest.
Yes, I believe he's set up base there with some of the Zentarum, and you've probably heard that nasty name.
Yes.
Ladies, I don't mean to be abrupt, but could you find me that carriage so I don't get stabbed yet again?
I'll go.
Alright. So Ari walks out. Valari stays or goes with Ari?
I think I'm irritated because I know he's asking us to leave because he wants to talk to them about the elf in the north side of town.
But what do you
I
have a
know.
gut reaction? Are you irritated because you think he wants to talk about that or because he wants safety?
I think I'm irritated because I believe he wants to talk about that with them.
Okay.
But I want to make sure Ari's okay because we're not supposed to be seeing right now. So I guess I go with her.
Alright. You two enter the square outside and there is a cart. And there is what appears to be a farmer there, and it looks like he had just finished a sale of some of his haul, maybe some grains or like. And then there's a few bales of hay in the back, as he might not have sold those or they might have been part of the cart anyways.
Good
want-
sir.
I want to know, I don't know what checks I need to do, if
Mhm.
he's like legit, like good, and
so
if
you-
there's anything in the hay.
You can do some insight.
Okay.
Ari's approaching.
Good sir, may I ask where you are going? Has it been a good day selling your hay?
Oh, aren't you just full of questions there, lady? I just sold a lot of goods today. All of our bakers. What are you dancing for? What are you
I'm
dancing for?
celebrating your good day.
Oh, okay.
It appears we have a nat 20 for our insight, so we'll catch that in a second.
Oh, and we had a very good day. My wife and I put together this big haul, and we sold it to the bakers in the north part of town. We had a lot of wheat, and
You're
we had
right.
some fruit, and we just we're all set to be ready for this next harvest.
Are you headed home tonight?
Yes, I am.
Where do you live, may I ask, sir?
Just outside of town, there's a small farm, and it's a small one, but we have our fruits and crops there.
Do you consider yourself a religious man?
I come to worship a couple times a year.
Ah, as do I. I ask that because my grandfather is a priest with the temple here, and I'm afraid he's become rather ill, and the doctor has said it would be good to get out of the city to get some fresh air. I was wondering,
You're related to Lem?
distantly.
Distantly, oh.
Grandfather is more a
he's your
term of
distant
affection.
Grandfather.
A term of affection.
Oh, okay. So you're related to Lem somehow.
Before she keeps talking, can I get my insight?
Alright, we'll catch insight right now.
Okay.
As you look up and down the cart and the man on the cart, he seems 100% exactly the person you're looking for. Hard worker. The cart does look like it's been used time and time again. The wheels are a little worn. It does look like something that you would assume a farmer would have because the farmers in the area tend to not get a lot of sales, so their equipment is a bit worn. This cart has seen many miles. There's some patchwork on the side as it looked like it had taken a beating from potential terrain. The man on the cart has a few patches on his attire, but he doesn't look like he's just beaten and all hillbilly-esque, as one might say, for some farmers. He does look like he's a hard, honest, hard-working man.
He was a friend of my father's, so we call him grandfather as a
Oh.
term of affection.
Anything for good old Lem. He's visited and he's taken care of everybody here who's worshipped.
I'd like to give you 5 silver if you would take him in the back of your cart and give him comfortable, safe travel to your farm and help him find a way further south.
Anything for our good Lem. I mean, if he's not doing well, we need to aid him in his journeys. It's fine. It's fine.
He hops down from the cart and starts hustling towards the front of the temple with both of you. As these two are talking with him,
I keep secrets in the case, and that key will open one half of the case, and They're after the other half, but I must warn you. What's in the other half is danger, and what's in this half is safety. But you must use it wisely and only open it when the time comes. Open it any sooner and it might go to waste. Dear Druid, it's of utmost importance to protect the forests. He leans back and closes his eyes for a moment. Not as if he were to die, but as he just seems so worn from
From
the
everything.
busy day he's had.
Lem,
Yeah.
how do they get in the other side of the chest?
There's another key that someone else holds. And they've been searching for the chest, and I've managed to get it away from them time and time again, but as I've aged, I've not had quite the ability to do so. I thought coming here to Loudwater would keep me out of the way, but they eventually found me.
Do you know who has the other key?
I don't, but I know they're part of some larger group, and they seem to be part of Zentarum and other forces, but these other forces seem almost otherworldly.
I do not like that at all.
Len, if this elf has joined up with the Zentam as we suppose, what information can you give us about him? Surely he has come in here to worship, as he seems to be an elf very interested in the forest and in nature.
He's against the forest for all I know. It's just he's out to get something from the forest and to take something from it. And I believe that's what's in the other half. I know he's locked it away, or someone else did, and he's here to collect on it. But I must get out of here as soon as I can. And at that moment, the ladies burst in with the farmer. And the farmer walks in. Ah, dear Lem, are you okay? We must get you to safety. These ladies think it's of utmost importance. And he comes and he starts carefully putting his arms under Lem's shoulders and looking to all of you as he's looking for help to get him out of the cart.
I help.
Okay, well, if she's on the other side.
Come, grandfather.
Another view can be seen. Yeah.
Lem looks at you puzzled and then goes,
Give him a wink.
dear, I'll miss you.
Okay.
And he goes along with whatever you've said to him. And you hustle out the front doors and you load him onto the cart and
Can I like prestidigitation at the farmer? Not message
message the farmer. Okay.
Yeah.
You message
to
the
make
farmer.
sure that he knows to. I tell him that no one must know that Lem's with him and to keep him safe.
As you load Lem onto the cart and you message him, the farmer looks over his shoulder and kind of looks at both of you two, unsure who had just spoken to his mind but heard a voice of a lady. He kind of like nods at both of you and covers Lem gently with some of the loose hay.
I put 5 silver into his hand.
He reaches out and takes it from you, very hastily hops on his cart and starts rushing him out of the city. And you are all standing just in the square as evening approaches and it starts to get dark and the lights come on in the inn. Here is a good point for you to retire. For the evening.
As we kind of move towards the inn, I'd like to request Arya's help in taking the chest with us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right?
I
This is of the utmost importance, although I'm not quite sure what it contains. Lem was very adamant about it.
Alright, so you've entered back in, you've grabbed the chest. As both of you grab the chest and lift it, it feels like there's a lot of weight in there. One would say bricks or lots of metal or various other things, but it does feel heavy and stuff rattles and clunks within. And you carry it towards the inn. And as you retire for the evening into the inn, you enter in the inn and Arvin is bussing down the tables, and as you're quickly moving through, Good to see you all. I knew you were coming back for the evening. I've got food sitting in each of your rooms. I just assumed you'd be back sooner. But there's food there. I'll send some drink up. You look weary. Get some rest.
Yes, thank you, Arvin. And I want to run up to Arvin just really quickly and say, Arvin, I know you do not like the Zentarum. We maybe got to think we're all dead. So maybe if anyone comes looking for us that has that evil glare to them, don't tell them we're upstairs.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll do my best.
I'm kind of standing over him, like, and I know I can only look so menacing, but because I have butterflies and rose petals.
No, they're gone.
They're gone
Those
now?
petals are only about an hour's worth of time.
Okay,
It's been a while. They're gone.
Okay, good. I was like thinking.
I would like to
maybe
keep
still
them the full session.
That would be
please.
hilarious.
Well, at this
Next
rate,
time.
it seems they
Next
will be
time.
there most of the time.
Right, yeah.
So, okay, but yeah, so I'm kind of standing over his shoulder, like looking at him, like
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
trying to intimidate.
He looks up at you and looks at the rest of you. Oh, alrighty then. I'll send drinks up later.
Thank you, Arvin.
And you all hustle upstairs, bring the
Yes.
chest to, I'm assuming, Rumiel's room,
Yep.
and retire for the evening, and we will end our session here. As it is our time to find some food. We will go into a long rest.
Okay.
You may mark what you need for long rest. We can chat offline about that. I will give all of your XP here in a few moments. For the viewers, it's probably not enough to reach level 4, but we're getting close.
Closer and closer.
Yes, we are streaming live the first and third Saturdays of this month and next. We finish out season 1 the third Saturday of May.
So our next episode is April 20th.
So April 20, yes.
You still have the
We actually just hit our halfway point. So we are halfway through our season. This is a very small pilot season. We'll figure out season 2 as we go along. As we have Lauren re-entering the room, we are all preparing dinner for the evening. It is our time. And again, just to let you all know, we do this for fun. We do this as something we enjoy. We will have a season 2. We will be doing a Kickstarter or Indiegogo of some sort to help fund season 2. What we're looking for funding is not, hey, can we line our pockets, but hey, can we have slightly better atmosphere for you all? How can we make the sound better, the video better, the scenery better, most importantly? As you see behind all of our players, it is a bland wall, and behind our DM, it is the most exquisite tan. Or not. We're trying to make it look better and be more exciting for you all. We are the Stumble On In, play on the term in, so maybe you'll look for a season 2 with some more in-like qualities. Worst case scenario, we'll have some LED candles sitting around. Best case scenario, we'll have a minor set that will look pretty sweet and will change week to week as our story progresses, and will be something we can own and grow and be awesome with. Hey, if we build a set, we can paint the walls, we can put up posters.
If you build it,
They
will come.
They say to our whole 2 viewers. You have come.
Hey,
Thank you
they're
for joining
great,
us. We are wrapping up the night. Do check back in week after week. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We'll upload our videos. We'll have posts throughout the weeks. Check out all of our cast and crew, which is all 5 of us sitting here in the doggo. Each and every one of us does have our own Instagram, including the doggo.
Including the dog.
We will post everything so you can follow us all and get in touch if you need to. If you need a Tide ad and you want to choose one of these 4 on the couch, if you want to put
I would recommend them before
one of the
me,
3 on the
but
right side of the couch, the
they're
4th one on the
definitely more
left side if you need
deserving.
any background. The doggo if you need any pet food commercials, me
Yeah,
if you
definitely
need any
hire
dad
him. There you
jokes
go.
for any commercials. I'm mildly okay at those. And we are signing off for the night. Thank you for tuning in. Do check back. Do like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, quote, make posters, do whatever you want to make sure that
our legacy lives on, even if we have 2 viewers per week. And with that, we roll credits. Good night and adieu.
Goodbye.